Okay, so today we're going to discuss the previous year questions of ISI entrance, UGA as well as UGB from the chapter of trigonometry and solutions of triangle. Now here I have taken all the previous year questions of trigonometry, and from solutions of triangle, I have taken some of the selected problems which involves direct formula based solving. Means those questions which can be solved using formula, okay? Like some of the questions being, questions based on sine rule, cosine rule, then formulas based on areas of the triangle. So I've taken those questions first. And then the remaining problems, which are typical geometry problems, which involves some, typical theorems like Menelau's theorem, then Stewart's theorem. The questions based on these theorems we'll discuss in the next part of geometry, when we'll discuss questions purely based on typical or plane geometry. So here in this particular lecture, we will be discussing mostly the questions which are directly formula based. Let's say sine rule, questions based on sine rule, then questions based on cosine rule, then formulas based on areas of the triangle, okay? Like various formulas are there for areas of the triangle, like one of the very famous formulas being half AB sine theta. Half AB sine theta means any product of any two consecutive sides and then angle enclosed between them. Then there is the Heron's formula, root over of s into s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. So these formulas are there basically. So you need to know some of the very basic formulas to solve the questions here. Then there comes the centers of triangle, which is the most important thing. Centers of triangles and their properties based on them. Centers of triangle. Circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter, all these things are discussed over here. Okay. So these are the, the major areas from which the questions will be taken, and some of the very basic topics of triangle like Pythagoras theorems and all those things are there, which we'll be also discussing over here. Pythagoras theorem, then questions, solving questions using basic angle chasing and solving questions using basic trigonometry. So all these questions we are going to discuss over here. The next part of geometry, like I said, the next part of geometry is kept for typical problem solving, where we'll discuss the questions based on typical theorems like Menelau's theorem, Stewart's theorems, and all those things we'll discuss over there in the next part. Fine. Rajao, we'll start with the very first question. Rajao, first question. First question is from ISI 2024. क्या बोल रहा है question? In this triangle ABC, CD is the median and B is the altitude. Given that CD is equal to B, what is the value of ACD? Okay, there are lots of ways to solve this thing. The best way to solve this thing is what the shortcut way will be, to consider this to be an equilateral triangle and simply solve. क्योंकि ये बोल रहा है कि CD यहाँ पे क्या है ना, CD is the median and B is the altitude. ठीक है, and it's given that CE and BE, both of them are equal. So you assume this triangle to be an equilateral triangle, and this will be much more easier to solve in that case. आसानी से वो मिल जाएगा आपको. They have asked to find what is angle ACD, ये वाला. ठीक है. Now I'll show you the proper way to solve this thing, because we will go by the proper approach to solve this thing. ठीक है. Properly कैसे solve करेंगे? We have to target this angle, so I'll consider this angle to be theta. ACD, I'll consider this angle to be theta. अच्छा. AD and BD, both of them are equal. ठीक है. So if this length is basically, total length is A, then this much is A by 2 and this much is also A by 2. ठीक है. अच्छा, एक चीज यहां से बोल सकते हैं ना, one thing we can say from here, we can figure out this length of BE from here, because this is a right angle triangle. If this is 90, this is also 90. This is a right angle triangle. This much length is known to us. This is A. ठीक है, ये right angle triangle है, तो we can figure out this thing, this length basically BE. ये जो BE है, this BE will be what? A sin है. B will be what? A sin है. You can say this, right? B is what? A sin है. With respect to this angle A, let's say, तो ये BE क्या हो जाएगा? A sin है ना? So next we can focus on this triangle ACD. We have got BE to be A sin है. We can now focus on this triangle ACD. Focus on triangle ACD. In triangle ACD, what I'll do, we have to involve this theta. So what I do is I'll use sine rule in triangle ACD. So using sine rule, a by 2 divided by sine theta. In this triangle ACD, we are using sine rule. So a by 2 divided by opposite angle ka sine. So sine theta is equal to CD divided by sine A. CD divided by sine of A. चलेगा ये वाला CD divided by sine of A. Okay. So once if I simplify this thing, so what I get is a by 2 times of sine theta is equal to CD. Now what is CD? Here BE and CD are equal. तो ये जो B है, B is basically A sin A. So is CD. CD is also A sin A. So CD is the same as B, which is A sin A, and divided by sin A. So sin A and sin A will cancel out. A and A will cancel out. We will be getting sin theta to be half. Sin theta half mane theta is pi by 6 as per the options given. Option D is correct. Okay. So theta is pi by 6. The shortcut way to solve this thing is you consider this triangle to be an equilateral triangle. So all these angles will become 60 degrees and this will be the same as angle bisector as well. So ये theta क्या हो जाएगा? Theta will be directly pi by 6 from here, माने 30 degrees. Angles of an equilateral triangle will be 60 degrees. और CD देखो, CD here is median. In equilateral triangle, जो median है, median, altitude and all those angle bisectors are all the same. है ना? So basically, CD and BE, all of them would have been the same. और वही चीज क्या होता? Angle bisector होता. So basically, this would have been 60 degrees. The total angles would have been what? 60 degrees. So this would have been 30 degrees. Using midpoint theorem also this could have been possible. अच्छा, आ जाओ next question. Next question, ISI again, 2024 question, UGM. क्या बोल रहा है? In this adjoining figure, C is the center of the circle drawn. Now here we are involving a circle, but the concepts are based on your basic geometry only, the very basic geometry. So here C is the center of the circle drawn. AFE lie on the circle. BCDF is a rectangle. Okay. DE divided by AB is 2 and FE by FA is how much? We have to figure out what is FE by FA. Acha. So a lot of things are there. Basically C being the center. Diagram, they have given the diagram over here. Okay. All these names they have given. AFE lie on the circle. BCDF is a rectangle. So ये जो BCDF है, this is a rectangle over here. ठीक है. DE by AB is 2. अच्छा. DE by AB is 2. So if AB is X, then D is what? 2X. Right? If AB is X, then D is what? 2X. Chalo, ठीक है. What else we can say from here? If this is 2x, अब ये तो radius है, the remaining part is radius. This is R, ये तो radius है, ये radius है, this is also R. The total thing is radius, right? From the center to the any point on the circumference, this is radius. ये total भी R है. So remaining part is what? R minus x. क्योंकि ये x है तो remaining part is what? R minus x. Right? This part is how much? This part is R minus 2x. Right? अच्छा, if this is R minus x, this part is also R minus x. ये भी R minus x है. This is also R minus x. ठीक है. Fine. X आ गया. This is x. This is R minus x. So then we can simply find out some relations in terms of R and X. One relation to definitely we can find from here because this is an right angle triangle. So we can definitely use the Pythagoras theorem to find out some relations in terms of R and X. ठीक है. जैसे कि यहाँ पे R है, R minus X है और R minus 2X है. So using Pythagoras theorem, we can say r minus x whole square plus r minus 2x whole square is equal to r square. ठीक है. So 5x square, simplify from here. So what we'll get from here? R square plus r square. ठीक है. R square plus r square. तो माने 2r square and one more r square from there. So basically plus r square. So 5x square plus r square. 5x square q. From here we will be getting r square. From here we will be getting 4r square. So 5x square plus r square. And minus of 2xr and minus of 4xr, माने minus of 6xr is equal to 0. So here we are getting a quadratic in terms of x square plus r square minus of 6xr. ठीक है. या फिर r के टर्म्स देख लेते हैं. We can generate a quadratic in terms of r itself. क्या बोलते हो कि r square minus of 6xr 6rx plus 5x square. ठीक है. कोई भी देख लो. बेसिकली यू हैव अ क्वाड्रेटिक इन टर्म्स ऑफ r कर लो कि क्वाड्रेटिक इन टर्म्स ऑफ x बना लो. Anything. We just want a relation in terms of r and x. So we can factorize this thing, right? We can factorize this thing. Rx is there. तो क्या होगा? माइनस एक्स एंड माइनस 5x है ना. माइनस एक्स एंड माइनस 5x माइनस आर एक्स एंड माइनस 5x हो जाएगा वहां से फैक्टराइजेशन. तो r माइनस एक्स, व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स? r माइनस एक्स and r minus 5x is equal to 0. Yes or no? r minus x and r minus 5x is equal to 0. So r minus x is 0. अच्छा, see now r cannot be x. r cannot be x. ठीक है ना. r and x cannot be the same because x तो ये है. तो if r and x is the same तो ये तो r minus x तो 0 हो जाएगा. So r is never equal to x. Obvious reasons. ठीक है. So r will be equal to 5x. r will be equal to 5x. So if r is 5x, then 5x minus x, this will become 4x. ये हो जाएगा 4x. ये हटा देते हैं यहां से. This will become 4x. है ना. ये हो जाएगा x. This will become 4x. r is now 5x, माने ये भी 5x है. Now let's bring this all in terms of x. Bring this in terms of x. तो ये 4x है, ये भी 4x हो जाएगा. ये भी क्या हो जाएगा? r minus x माने 5x, r minus 2x. r minus 2x माने 5x minus 2x माने 3x, right? और ये हो जाएगा 4x. See, so many simplifications we are getting from here. If this is 3x, ये भी 3x हो जाएगा, ये भी 3x हो जाएगा. बस हो गया ना. Now simply use Pythagoras theorem. So we are done. So from here basically simply use Pythagoras theorem in this triangle because they have asked to find what? AFE by FA. AFE माने ये, ठीक है. ये लाइन हल्का सा लाइन दे रखा है फिगर में. AFE by FA. Simply use Pythagoras theorem, so we are done. Basically you have to use Pythagoras theorem for these two triangles. One triangle is like this, one triangle is like this. Here we are having 4x. ये क्या है? ये 4x है, ये था 4x. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये तो 4x है तो ये भी 4x है. This is 4x basically. So 4x, this was base is basically 2x. So 4x 2x. So this will be root over of 20x. ठीक है. This is for triangle FDE. So this is root over of 20x. So AFE is root over of 20x. And the remaining part we focus on AF. So AF part is basically for this triangle we are having, this is 3x, this is x. So this will be what? Root over of 10x. तो लो हो गया AF. AF is what? AF will be root over of 10x. So they have asked to find the ratio AFE by FA. AFE by FA will be root over of 20x divided by root over of 10x, sorry. X cancels out, root over of 2. है क्या? Option B. So this is a direct, application of Pythagoras theorem only. See the figure, simply work out the question. No circle theory. कोई भी circle theory, some difficult level of circle theory is not being used over here. Nothing is being used over here regarding any circle theorem or any circle theorem or any concepts of circle is not being used. Only इतना ही use हो रहा है कि from the center you have to see this thing, from the center to this circumference we have the radius, ये R है, बस इतना ही खाली आपको फोकस करना है. आ जाओ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अच्छा, UGB question now. UGB question, ISI UGB 2024, माने this year only. This was the easiest question of this paper. This was the easiest question of ISI 2024 का UGB. Everybody has solved this question. Question देखो क्या बोल रहा है. Let ABCD be a quadrilateral with all the internal angles less than pi. Squares are drawn on each side as shown in the picture below. Let delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, delta 4 denote the areas of the shaded triangles shown here. So these are the shaded triangles. So ये delta 1 है, delta 1 is this, delta 2 is this, delta 3 is this, and this is delta 4. We have to prove that this sum delta 1 minus delta 2 plus delta 3 plus delta 4 is equal to 0. ठीक है. Very simple question, can be solved using basic solutions of triangle. Basic जो theorem आप सीखे हो ना, from there you can solve this thing. अब देखो ये क्या है, all of these are basically what? Areas given. ठीक है. This is mentioned that ABCD is a quadrilateral over here and all these remaining things are basically squares. ठीक है. तो एक काम कर लेते हैं. Let's consider this angle to be alpha. This is beta, let's say. ठीक है. This is gamma and this is delta, let's say. I am taking this to be alpha, beta, gamma, delta. अब ये साइड का ये दे रखा है, तो I have just taken this to be some different, just give this some names actually, names of the angles. अच्छा, ये एक squares है, all of these are squares, तो ये A है, ये A है, ये भी A है, all of these are A's. ठीक है. अच्छा, A मान लो, ये B मान लो, ये C मान लो, ये D मान लो. ठीक है. ये B है तो ये भी B है, ये भी B है, ये C है तो ये भी C है, ये भी C है, ये भी C है, स्क्वायर है. D है तो ये भी D है, ये भी D है, this is also D, this is also A, this is B. हाँ बस चलो ठीक है. All of them we have marked. I have given the names of the angles, I have marked them. सब कुछ हमने कर लिया. अच्छा, next what we have to do, we now focus on this delta 1. Delta 1 is the area of this triangle. So we can simply use the formula half AB sin theta, half AB sin angle enclosed between them. Now this is alpha, so we have to focus on this remaining angle. अब ये तो 90 है, ये 90 है, ये भी 90 है, तो definitely this is what? This angle is pi minus alpha. This angle is pi minus alpha. So delta 1 is basically half AB. यहां से देखो, delta 1 is basically half AB sin alpha. Delta 1 is basically half AB sin alpha because sin of pi minus alpha is the same as sin of alpha. Similarly, delta 2 माने यहां से delta 2 is half AD sin beta minus half AD sin beta. Similarly, ये बीटा है तो ये भी बीटा होगा. ठीक है. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट सिमिलरली प्लस डेल्टा 3 माने यहां पे डेल्टा 3 इज हाफ CD sin गामा, half CD sin of gamma, and lastly we have minus of half BC sin of delta. ठीक है. So now we focus on this thing. So we are having half AB sin alpha, and then we are having now focus on this quadrilateral. Focus on this quadrilateral. What I do, I divide this quadrilateral, I'll divide this by joining the diagonals over here. I divide this quadrilateral by joining the diagonals. Join the diagonals like this way. Join the diagonals in this sense. Okay. Now you focus over here. So we are having half AB sin alpha. Alpha is this. So half AB sin alpha is basically the area of triangle ABD. Half AB sin alpha is basically the area of triangle ABD. Okay. Similarly, half AD sin beta. Beta is here. So half AD sin beta is basically the area of triangle ABC. This is the area of triangle ABC. Plus half CD sin gamma. तो ये क्या होगा? Area of triangle BDC, ठीक है ना। And finally we are having the remaining one, half CD, half BC sin delta, माने area of triangle, और ADC, area of triangle ADC. This is what we are having. So next what we do, focus on these two terms, triangle ABD, area of triangle ABD, and area of triangle BDC. Area of triangle ABD and area of triangle BDC. So this gives you the total area of the quadrilateral ABCD. Area of triangle, this area plus this area will give you the area of the total quadrilateral, which is ABCD. Similarly, minus area of triangle ABC, area of triangle ABC plus area of triangle, just take out a minus common, so we have area of triangle ABC plus area of triangle ADC. Similarly, will give you the total area of the quadrilateral ABC. देखो ABC and then ADC. This plus this will give you the area of the total quadrilateral. Similarly, minus of delta, minus of area of ABCD, call it area of the quadrilateral ABCD. So this will give you, so both of will subtract and this will give you 0. इतना ही था बस. Main logic for this question was to use this area of the area का formula, half AB sin theta. Main logic for this question was to entirely solve this question using half AB sin theta. कुछ नहीं है question में. And this was the easiest question, like I said, this was the easiest question of the question paper. Chalo, next. Next we come down to ISI UGA 2023. Consider a right angle triangle ABC whose hypotenuse is of length 1. The bisector of angle ACB intersects AB at D. If BC is of length X, then what is the length of CD? So one by one we have to draw the diagram and then we have to see. क्या बोल रहा है कि consider first we have a right angle triangle ABC whose hypotenuse is of length 1. Okay, so we have a right angle triangle whose hypotenuse is of length 1. तो ये length 1 है, ठीक है. कुछ नाम दे दो भाई. ABC triangle है, hypotenuse हमने length 1 माना है. Bisector of angle ACB intersects AB at D. अच्छा, bisector माने angle bisector of angle this ACB, ठीक है. फ्री एंड डायग्राम है. तो this is D. So since it's saying that the bisector of angle ACB intersects AB at D, so here we have taken D over here. ये थीटा है तो ये भी थीटा है, because this is angle bisector, ठीक है. If BC is of length X, अच्छा तो BC का लेंथ है X, BC is of length X, what is the length of CD? What is the length of CD? Length of CD पूछा है, मतलब length of angle bisector they have asked for. There is a direct formula. If the direct formula याद नहीं है तो you can solve this manually also. Let us solve this manually. We can use Pythagoras theorem से. We will find out what is this. अच्छा, also using angle bisector theorem, you all know this thing. Whichever side the angle bisector is falling on, this will get divided in the ratio of the remaining two sides. मतलब angle bisector is falling on which side? AB. So this AB side will get divided in the ratio of the remaining two sides. मतलब 1:x में, ठीक है. तो ये 1:x में ये side will, this side will get divided in, this side will get divided in the ratio 1:x. माने AD is to BD will be 1:x. Also this length we can figure out using Pythagoras theorem. This length is root over of 1 minus x square. This length we can figure out using root over of, using Pythagoras theorem we can figure out this is to be, this to be root over of 1 minus x square. So clearly using angle bisector theorem, AD is to BD will be 1:x, 1 by x, ठीक है. तो यहां से BD मिल जाएगा ना आपको, BD मिल जाएगा डायरेक्टली. वी विल फिगर आउट दिस BD लेंथ. देखो BD कहां से आएगा? BD वी कैन फिगर आउट BD you can think of BD, just simply distribute. You are distributing root over of 1 minus x square in the ratio 1:x. तो क्या होगा? x upon x plus 1 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई रूट ओवर ऑफ 1 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर। ठीक है, सो यू गेट दिस लेंथ ऑफ बीडी। अब देखो बीडी आ गया, बीडी मिल गया। ठीक है, तो बीडी इज नोन टू यू, बीसी इज नोन टू यू, so once again using Pythagoras theorem, simply use Pythagoras theorem, you'll get CD square, CD basically। तो CD square क्या होगा, CD square will be x square plus x square upon x plus 1 whole square into root over of 1 minus x whole square, which is 1 minus x square, so which is 1 plus x into 1 minus x, तो one of this will cancel out, है कि नहीं? So now we have to just simplify this thing, so we are having CD square will be x square common ले लो and simply simplify this thing, so we will be having 1 plus 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x, so x square into 1 plus x plus 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x, तो और क्या है भाई, x and x cancels out, so we are having 2 upon 2x square divided by 1 plus x, so CD square will be 2x upon, directly they have given this thing, root over of 2x square divided by 1 plus x, option A is correct. This is from ISI once again from 2023. In the following figure, OAB is a quarter circle. Okay. The unshaded region is a circle to which OA and CD are tangents. Acha. So this unshaded region here, this is a full circle, ठीक है, to which OA and CD are tangents. ठीक है. CD is of length 10 and parallel to OA. Fine. CE is of length 10. ये 10. This is of length 10 and is parallel to OA. We have to find the area of the shaded region in the above figure. ठीक है, area of the shaded region चाहिए. This also we can solve using basic manipulation. देखो ये quarter circle दे रखा है. This is a quarter circle. So basically this O is definitely the center. O तो center होगा क्योंकि अगर full circle होता तो O center होता. So quarter circle is given तो मतलब O तो center ही होगा. O is the center of the main circle. ठीक है, चलो ठीक है. अच्छा, let us consider this smaller circle's radius to be smaller. This is smaller, let's say. ठीक है, if this is smaller, then definitely the total thing is diameter. Total will be what, 2r. ये अगर 2r है तो ये भी 2r होगा, है तो एक रेक्टेंगल, नॉट रेक्टेंगल बेसिकली, अगर ये लेंथ और ये लेंथ तो सेम ही है. ठीक है, तो OC and this diameter will be the same. ये अगर 2r है तो ये भी 2r होगा. This is also 2r. अच्छा, ये 90 है, this is 90 actually. ठीक है, वन मोर थिंग इज, यहां से लेके दिस फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर, दिस इज द, ये देखो ये तो क्या है ना, ये डायमीटर होगा, दिस इज द डायमीटर. इफ दिस वाज द सेंटर ऑफ द मेन सर्कल, माने बिगर सर्कल, इफ दिस वाज द सेंटर ऑफ द बिगर सर्कल, तो यहां से लेके टिल द सर्कमफरेंस, दिस इज कैपिटल आर एक्चुअली. लेट्स से दिस इज कैपिटल आर, द रेडियस ऑफ द बिगर सर्कल, समझो ना, द रेडियस ऑफ द बिगर सर्कल, दैट इज कैपिटल आर. ठीक है, what else we can do from here? So if this is capital R, this is small 2r basically, and this is 10, और ये एक 90 डिग्री है, तो one thing we can do from here, in this triangle DCO we can use Pythagoras theorem to find some relation. देख लेते हैं. So in triangle DCO, OC will be root over of r square minus 100. मतलब कि बेसिकली OC is given, तो 2r square, 2r whole square is r square minus of 100. तो 4r square is r square minus 100. माने r square, we are finding some relations in terms of small r and capital R. R square is 4r square plus 100. We are getting one relation in terms of capital R and small r. Next, what we do? We focus on the area of the shaded region. Area of the shaded region is how much? Area of the shaded region can be found using the area of the quarter circle minus the total area of this circle. Shaded region चाहिए ना? तो area of the shaded region can be given by area of the quarter circle minus the area of the full circle. This white circle basically. हाँ. तो area of quarter circle or the shaded region, sorry. Area of the shaded region will be area of the quarter circle, which is 1 by 4 pi r square minus pi r square. This pi r square stands for the area of the smaller circle. So 1 by 4 pi r square माने 1 by 4 pi times of r square माने 4r square plus 100 minus of pi r square. तो 4 cancels out pi r square. अच्छा 1 by 4 times of 100 माने 25 pi minus of pi r square. Pi r square cancels out 25 pi. Option A is correct. Okay, so next once again, अच्छा this is a UGB question, not UGA. This is UGB. UGA print होकर रखा है. This is UGB question. ISI UGB 2023, and this is a question based on sequences. Actually, more of a trigonometry question. This is a question based on sequences. ठीक है, which you can solve using basic induction. A0 is given to be half, and an is defined inductively by an to be root over of 1 plus an minus 1 divided by 2. So some relation is given over here in terms of an and an minus 1, where n is greater than or equal to 1. First part says, show that for n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on, n is cos theta n for some theta n lies in between 0 and pi by 2. ठीक है? So first, what is given? A0 is given to be half. Let's focus on the first part first, and then we'll come down to the next part in part B. So A0 is half. ये चीज दे रखा है, and what else is given? An is given to be this. An is root over of 1 plus an minus 1 divided by 2. अच्छा, ये जो A0 half दे रखा है ना, and they have said you have to show that for n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on, an is cos theta n. So cos theta n कहां से आएगा? So let us try to relate with this thing. So ये जो A0 है, which is half, this we can relate with cos theta. What is this? Cos of pi by 3. Cos of pi by 3. Cos of pi by 3 is half, and I consider this to be cos of theta. Let's say consider this to be cos of theta. ठीक है, ये A0 है. What is A0? Cos of theta. Whatever we will define in terms of theta. और बाद में जाके वो theta replace कर देंगे. So A0 is cos of theta. Now listen, what is A1? By this relation they have given, what is A1? A1 will be root over of 1 plus cos theta divided by 2. है ना? Root over of 1 plus cos theta divided by 2. And 1 plus cos theta माने 2 cos square theta by 2. This is 2 cos square theta by 2. So 2 and 2 will cancel out. So root over of cos square theta by 2. माने A1 will be cos theta by 2. ठीक है, होगा तो mod, but since here we are having lying in between 0, here theta lies in between 0 and pi by 2. So definitely this will come up with positive sign only. तो ये जो cos theta by 2 है, ये positive होगा. Absolutely. We are just simply using induction only. So A1 is cos of theta by 2. So similarly A2, you can show for A2 as well. A2 will be how much? Root over of cos of, similarly 1 plus cos theta by 2. Cos theta by 2 divided by 2. And this is equal to, similarly, देखो, for A1 we were getting cos of theta by 2. So for A2, just work out this thing, you will be getting cos of theta by 2 square. Theta by 4 आएगा, which is 2 square and so on. This will continue. and this will continue. So in general, an will be, you will end up getting an to be cos of theta divided by 2 to the power of n. In general, this will be cos of theta divided by 2 to the power of n. और इसी को हम मान लेंगे cos of theta n. इसी को हम मान लेंगे क्या? cos of theta n. This we will consider this to be cos of theta n. ये बोल रहा है कि show that for n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on, we are getting an to be, in general, an will be cos of theta n. देखो, we are getting cos of theta upon 2 to the power of n. This is only this is of the form cos of theta n. So where theta n is how much? Where theta n is theta divided by 2 to the power of n. ठीक है? Now we simply replace the value of theta. What is theta? Theta is pi by 3. So pi by 3 divided by 2 to the power of n. ठीक है? So pi by 3 into 2 to the power of n from here. This is theta n. मिल गया हमें theta n. Determine theta n, they have said. So we have found out what is theta n. This is your theta n. And clearly theta n belongs to where? Theta n belongs to 0 to pi by 2. ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम तो है नहीं यहां से. Next, what we have to do, using this theta n, now we have to solve for this. Using this theta n and an, basically using this an, in fact we have to solve for this limit. Now those who don't know limit, ये थोड़ा बहुत आपको बेसिक लिमिट आपको सॉल्व करना आना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो limit n tends to infinity. For the second part, it's saying limit n tends to infinity, 4 to the power of n multiplied by 1 minus an. तो 1 minus an stands for 1 minus this cos of theta n. ठीक है, माने cos of theta divided by 2 to the power of n. Just we have to solve for this limit. अब देखो ये तो काफी सिंपल लिमिट है. अगर आपको फॉर्मेट मालूम है तो आप सॉल्व कर लोगे. लिमिट n tends to infinity. अच्छा, 4 to the power of n is there. What I do, I write this to be 1 minus cos of theta divided by 2 to the power of n. ठीक है, as n tends to infinity, theta by 2 raised to the power of n will tend to 0. ठीक है, so what I do, I'll write this as theta by 2 raised to the power of n, and I'll bring one more theta by 2 raised to the power of n in the denominator. ठीक है, I bring one more. अच्छा, एक फॉर्मेट ये चीज आपको मालूम होगा कि लिमिट, यू ऑल नो दिस थिंग, क्या कि लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू 0, सॉरी, लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू 0, 1 minus cos x divided by x square is equal to half. ये तो जानते होंगे. So here we just need one more x square over here. We are having x, so we need one more theta divided by 2 whole square. Theta divided by 2 raised to the power of n का whole square. ठीक है, अब देखो 2 raised to the power of n का whole square is 4n was there, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम है नहीं. लेकिन थीटा स्क्वायर तो था नहीं. थीटा स्क्वायर वी हैव फोर्सफुली वी हैव ब्रॉट दिस, है ना. थीटा स्क्वायर इज अ थिंग व्हिच वी हैव फोर्सफुली ब्रॉट ओवर हियर. सो थीटा स्क्वायर, सो वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1 थीटा स्क्वायर हियर. ठीक है, 4 टू द पावर ऑफ n, ये जो 4 टू द पावर ऑफ n है, दिस इज ओनली 2 स्क्वायर, 2 टू द पावर ऑफ 2n बेसिकली. ठीक है, तो ये तो था यहाँ पे, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम है नहीं. So but theta square was not there, so we have to multiply and divide by theta square. So 1 minus cos of x divided by x square, ये हाफ होता है लिमिट, तो ये बन जाएगा हाफ. देखो यहाँ पे n tends to infinity, as n tends to infinity, theta by 2 to the power of n will tend to 0. Here definitely theta is what? Theta is pi by 3 only. So what can I say from here? This is half times of theta square. ठीक है, and theta is how much? Theta, I had taken theta to be pi by 3, so we have half times of pi by 3 whole square, so which is pi square by 18. Come now to the next question, which says that suppose for some theta belongs to 0 to pi by 2, we have cos of 3 theta divided by cos theta. This ratio is given to be 1 by 3. Then we have to solve for cos 3 theta times of tan theta. We have to find the value of this thing. So we have to simplify this ratio. So clearly what we can see is over here we are having cos of 3 theta. So to simplify this thing, we have to use the formula for cos of 3 theta. So cos of 3 theta is basically how much? 4 cos cube theta minus of 3 cos theta. है ना? अच्छा, 4 cos cube theta, directly just see from here. So 4 cos cube theta minus of 3 cos theta divided by cos theta. So once you divide by cos theta, so one of the cos theta will cancel out. तो क्या बच जाएगा? 4 cos square theta minus of 3, है ना. 4 4 cos square theta cube theta था, so this will become cos square theta and minus of 3, and this is equal to 1/3. ठीक है, so 4 cos square theta is equal to 4 cos square theta. We'll find the value of 4 cos square theta. This will be equal to 3 plus 1/3, means this will become 10/3. So cos square theta will be 5/6. ठीक है, 10/12 हो जाएगा, which is 5/6. So cos square theta, I'm solving for cos square theta. Cos square theta is basically this 5/6. Absolutely, cos square theta. Acha, we have got the value of cos square theta. Now focus on this cot of 3 theta. Cot of 3 theta into tan of theta. We have to find the value of this thing. So cot of 3 theta multiplied by tan of theta. Acha, cot of 3 theta formula is not known to us, but tan 3 theta is definitely known to us. So tan 3 theta will be helpful. This is the same as tan of theta divided by tan of 3 theta. ठीक है, and tan 3 theta formula is known to us. I have taught in trigonometry. Tan of 3 theta. Tan of 3 theta is basically 3 tan theta minus of tan cube theta divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. ठीक है, so if I just simply put it over here, so this will become tan theta divided by 3 tan 3 theta. So there will be some sort of cancellations from here. So 1 minus 3 tan square theta divided by, since you are reciprocaling this thing, divided by 3 tan theta minus of tan cube theta. ठीक है, so definitely one of the tan theta will get cancelled. This will become square, right? So you'll be left out with 1 minus 3 tan square theta upon 3 minus tan square theta. Now in this entire story, you are only having tan square theta. So you just have to find the value of tan square theta, which we can find it from here itself. Because cos square theta is given to be 5/6. So we can find the value of tan square theta from here. In what sense? Cos square theta is 5/6, means sec square theta is what? 6/5. And sec square theta is what? 1 plus tan square theta. 1 plus tan square theta is 6/5. So we'll find what is tan square theta from here. Tan square theta will be 6/5 minus of 1, which is 1/5. So tan square theta is 1/5. So now simply put it over here. So this will become what? 1 minus 3 into 1/5 divided by 3 minus 1/5. So 1 minus 3/5 divided by 15 minus 1, this is 14/5. ये भी simplify कर लेते. This is basically what? 2/5 divided by 14/5. So 2/14 means 1/7. Option D is correct. So one very rarely used formula is being used over here. ठीक है, थोड़ा rarely used formula है. It's not widely used, which is the formula of tan of 3 theta. Now without tan of 3 theta also this might be possible. Without using this formula also you can solve this thing by breaking into sine and cos. By breaking this thing in terms of sine theta and cos 3 theta. Just break this in terms of sine 3 theta and cos 3 theta and then simply solve. Without using this tan square theta also you can simply solve this thing. Next question. ISI 2022. This was a repeated question. Okay, this was 2022, this was given in 2022 and this was also given in 2018 as well. Repeated question. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा क्या किया था ना, in 2018 they have slightly changed the diagram. They have slightly changed the diagram, but the concept was exactly the same. Let's solve this question. क्या बोल रहा है कि the sides of a regular hexagon A, B, C, D, E, F are extended by doubling them. For example, here we are having BA. ये जो BA side है, BA is extended to BA dash. Likewise given in the diagram, BA is extended to BA dash and BA dash is 2 times of BA. अच्छा, to form a bigger regular hexagon A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, and F dash, as per given in the figure. So we have to find the ratios of the areas of the bigger to the smaller hexagon. ठीक है, तो area of the smaller hexagon is simple. We have a direct formula for the smaller hexagon. Area of the smaller hexagon is very simple, तो डायरेक्टली वहां से हो जाएगा. ठीक है, एरिया ऑफ द स्मॉलर हेक्सागन क्या होगा? एरिया ऑफ द स्मॉलर हेक्सागन, मान लो सपोज ये अगर हेक्सागन है, सो यू जस्ट सिंपली टेक द साइड्स टू बी ए. ये ए मान लो, ए मान लो. ऑल ऑफ द साइड लेंथ्स आर व्हाट? ए यूनिट्स. ठीक है, तो एरिया ऑफ द स्मॉलर हेक्सागन इज बेसिकली ए बी सी डी ई एफ. Area of the smaller hexagon will be how much? We have a direct formula. So 6 times of root over of 3 by 4 a square. Area of the smaller hexagon. ठीक है, सिंपली 6 times of directly 6 times of root over of 3 by 4 a square. सीधा सीधा. तो ये सिंप्लीफाई होके क्या मिलेगा? यही सिंप्लीफाई होके many students remember this formula as root over of 3 root 3 by 2 whole square. Sorry, 3 root 3 by 2 a square. Many students remember this version of the formula, 3 root 3 divided by 2 a square. So directly 6 times of root 3 by 4 a square. That's how normally we remember. ठीक है, तो ये तो हो गया एरिया ऑफ द स्मॉलर हेक्सागन. ए बी सी डी ई एफ, ए बी सी डी ई एफ. हाँ, एरिया ऑफ द स्मॉलर हेक्सागन. नाउ वी हैव टू फोकस ऑन द एरिया ऑफ द बिगर हेक्सागन. नाउ रिगार्डिंग द एरिया ऑफ द बिगर हेक्सागन, अच्छा ये अगर ए है तो क्या बोला था ना, ए बी इज एक्सटेंडेड टू A dash. AB is extended to, ये देखो BA is extended to BA dash with BA dash to be 2BA. माने if this is A, then this will be also A, this will be also A, क्योंकि टोटल 2A बनाना है. BA dash is 2 times of BA, माने 2 times of A. So total thing is BA dash will be 2A. ठीक है, अच्छा. We have got this to be A, we have got this length is total this length is 2A, है ना. ये टोटल अभी 2A हो जाएगा, ये टोटल 2A हो गया. We can also figure out this angle enclosed between them. अब total angle, internal angle of a hexagon will be how much? Sum of this internal angle will be n minus 2 times of A. ठीक है, which is 6 minus 2 times of pi. ये हो गया sum of the internal angles is 6 minus 2, n minus 2 times of n is 7 here, sorry 6 here, so 6 minus 2 times of pi, तो which is 4 pi. तो 4 pi अगर इंटरनल एंगल्स चाहिए तो 4 pi डिवाइडेड बाई 6 है ना, 4 pi डिवाइडेड बाई 6 कर दोगे. मैंने टेक्निकली 4 टाइम्स ऑफ, अगर डिग्री में चाहिए तो 4 टाइम्स ऑफ 4 डिवाइडेड बाई 6 इंटू 180, तो ये 30 हो जाएगा एंड यू विल बी हैविंग 120 डिग्रीज. दिस इज द इंटरनल एंगल ऑफ अ हेक्सागन. If the internal angle is 120, then the external angle is, this will be 60 degrees. So we are getting the angle enclosed between them. Two sides are known to us. Angle enclosed between them is known to us. So we can figure out the area of this triangle. Hi, Anna. We can figure out the area of this triangle. So area of this triangle is what? Half. Don't give A. A is being used. Or delta naam de do. So delta is what? Delta will be half A into 2A into sine of 60 degrees. Angle enclosed between them 60 degrees. So this is 2 cancels out. So we are having A square. So root 3 by 2 A square. So areas of all these triangles, total there are 6 triangles. Areas of all these triangles, ये वाला triangle, फिर ये वाला triangle, फिर ये वाला triangle, ये वाला, all these triangles, total 6 triangles are there. So areas of all these 6 triangles will be 6 times of root 3 by 2 A square. So total area of the bigger hexagon will be area of the smaller hexagon plus all these 6 triangles. समझ पा रहे हो ना? So area of the bigger hexagon माने A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and F dash. Area of this bigger hexagon will be area of all these 6 triangles माने 6 times of root 3 by 2 A square and then plus क्या? Plus area of the smaller hexagon, which is कहाँ गया? root 3 by 2 A square. 3 root 3 by 2 A square. चलेगा? So how much is this? Now solve. ये तो हो गया 3, ठीक है। अच्छा, डोंट कैंसिल, डोंट कैंसिल, सिंस वी आर गोइंग टू ऐड, कैंसिल ही क्यों करना। 6 root 3 divided by 2, and here we are having 3 root 3 divided by 2, so we are having finally 9 root 3 divided by 2 a square, ठीक है। 9 root 3 divided by 2 a square. So next what? We have to find the area of the ratios of the areas of the bigger hexagon to the smaller hexagon. तो 9 root 3 by 2 ratio क्या होगा? Ratio will be 9 root 3 by 2 and divided by 3 root 3 by 2 a square. A square will cancel out, 2 and 2 will cancel out, root 3 will cancel out. You will be having 9 by 3, which is 3 only. क्या समझे? Option B is correct. Again, I am saying that you need to solve the PYQs because they are repeating PYQs nowadays. I am seeing they are repeating PYQs, so you need to solve them. 2018 question was repeated in 2022. Okay, so you need to solve the PYQs as much as possible. Chalo, what is the question saying? A straight road has walls on both sides of height 8 feet and 4 feet respectively. 2 ladders are placed from top of one wall to the foot of the other as in the figure below. What is the height in feet of the maximum clearance X below the ladders? So we have to find the height in feet of the maximum clearance X below the ladders. ये main question है. Diagram they have given. Let's give this some name. The lengths they have given over here. So we have A, B, C, D. कुछ नाम दे दो. ये D, ठीक है. ये E है, ये F है. Fine. This length is X, this length is 8, and here we are having 4. Clearly, these two are similar triangles. You can clearly see ABC, triangle ABC is similar to triangle EFC. Clearly, triangle ABC, this is a question based on similar triangles only. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle EFC. तो अगर सिमिलर है तो रेशियो कंपेयर कर लो, ठीक है। लाइक टर्म्स वाला रेशियो माने क्या? x/8, x/8, ठीक है। और बाकी कुछ नाम दे दो, सपोज ये x है तो ये y है और ये z है। So we have x/8 is equal to z by y plus z. स्मॉलर वाला बेस डिवाइडेड बाय बिगर ट्राइंगल का बेस, विच इज y plus z, ठीक है। तो फ्रॉम हियर वी आर गेटिंग वन रिलेशन. ऑल्सो we can clearly see triangle DCB. Triangle DCB is similar to triangle EFB. Triangle DCB is similar to triangle EFB, ठीक है। तो x by सिमिलरली क्या करोगे? x/4 लाइक साइड्स को कंपेयर करना है तो x/4 is equal to y/y plus z. y/y plus z from here, ठीक है, चलेगा। अब देखो बोथ द साइड्स, बोथ वेज वी आर हैविंग y by one side we are having z/y plus z and second side we are having y/y plus z. The best thing what we can do is we can add both the things. We can add both the ratios. So once you add both the ratios, मान लो suppose ये 1 है ये 2 है. If you add both the ratios, what will happen is left hand side will become x/8 plus y/4 and right hand side we will be having z plus y divided by y plus z. Simple thing, z plus y divided by y plus z, which is 1, ठीक है। लिख देते हैं y plus z divided by z plus y, this is equal to 1. This is not y/4, this is x/4. x/8 plus x/4 is equal to 1. So take out one x common, so we are having 1/8 plus 1/4 and this is equal to 1. So x is how much? X will be this is how much? This is 3/8. 3/8 is equal to 1, so x is how much? 8/3. आ गया x 8/3. ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. आ जाओ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे. In the figure given below, ABCD is a square and triangle CEF is a triangle with given sides inscribed as in the figure. Find the length BE. ठीक है, find the length BE. अच्छा, यहाँ पे लेंथ, ये साइड्स मेंशन था यहाँ पे, ये मैंने मेंशन किया है नहीं. दिस इज ABCD they have mentioned. ABCD. This was ABCD. You have to find BE. E कहाँ पे? EF. अच्छा, EF was mentioned. This was mentioned in the question. ठीक है, ABCDEF. All these things were mentioned. ठीक है, ABCD was a square and CEF being the triangle with given sides inscribed as in this figure. So we have to find the length of BE. ठीक है, ये BE चाहिए. BE पूछा है. चलो ठीक है, कोई नहीं. B we have to find BE. I think we can solve this using basic angle chasing. देखो भाई, ये 3 4 5 है. सो क्लियरली दिस इज अ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल. ये तो राइट एंगल है पक्का से. हाँ या ना? 3 4 5. 3 4 5 is there. This satisfies the Pythagoras theorem. So the moment you see this thing, obviously the first thing which will strike your mind is what? Pythagoras theorem. Right angle triangle है. 3 4 5 is given. Known Pythagorean triplets. ये 90 है. अच्छा, ये 90 है. अच्छा, मान लो ये अगर थीटा है, ये 90 है. So how much is this? This angle will be 90 minus theta. If this is 90 minus theta and this is also 90, then this will be how much? This will be theta. Yes, yes. I think this is an AMC previous year question because I have solved this quite a few times. This is a very known figure. This is an AMC question only. If this is 90 minus theta, this is also 90 and this is also theta then. ये 90 minus theta, ये 90 है तो ये theta है. हाँ ठीक है. अब देखो ये तो 4, ये 90 डिग्री, ये तो राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल है, नीचे वाला ट्राइंगल. दिस इज अ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल और ये 4 है. हाइपोटेन्यूज इज 4, ये थीटा है. तो ये क्या होगा? 4 cos थीटा. दिस विल बी 4 cos थीटा. दिस लेंथ विल बी 4 cos थीटा एंड दिस लेंथ विल बी 4 sin थीटा. दिस इज 4 sin थीटा. ठीक है. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट. सिमिलरली ये थीटा है, ये भी 90 है. दिस इज 90. दिस इज थीटा. सिमिलरली हियर ऑल्सो वी आर हैविंग राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल. ठीक है. तो ये हाइपोटेन्यूज है जो कि 3 है और ये बेस है. तो ये हो गया क्या? दिस इज 3 cos थीटा. दिस इज 3 cos थीटा एंड दिस इज 3 sin थीटा. दिस इज 3 sin थीटा. अच्छा, इफ दिस इज 4 cos थीटा तो ये भी तो 4 cos थीटा होगा. द टोटल पार्ट इज दिस इज ऑल्सो 4 cos थीटा. दिस पार्ट इज ऑल्सो 4 cos थीटा बिकॉज दिस इज अ स्क्वायर. तो ये 4 cos थीटा है. ठीक है. तो 4 cos थीटा. तो BE will be 4 cos theta minus of 3 sin theta. We can say this thing, 4 cos theta minus 3 sin theta. Now we have to find out the values of all these because all of these options are given in terms of fixed values. So we have to find the value of cos theta and sin theta from here. ठीक है. सोचते हैं क्या करेंगे. We have one more relation we can figure out from here is this. We can say from here that 3 cos theta plus 4 sin theta, यहां से 3 cos theta plus 4 sin theta, this is also equal to 4 cos theta, and solve for theta from here. समझ पा रहे हो ना? 3 cos theta plus 4 sin theta. From here, this length is also 4 cos theta. So 3 cos theta plus 4 cos sin theta is 4 cos theta. So we can say from here, 4 sin theta is equal to cos theta. So tan theta is 1 by 4. Tan theta is 1 by 4. So we are finding out tan theta from here. And what is tan theta? Perpendicular by base. So ये theta है, तो perpendicular by base is tan theta. Perpendicular base is 4. So this is 16 plus 1, 17, root over of 17. है ना? So this will be root over of 17. So if we have this, so we can find out sin theta from here. What is sin theta? Sin theta will be 1 by root 17 and cos theta will be 4 by root 17. है ना? So cos theta will be 4 by root 17. Directly I'm writing over here itself, and sin theta will be 3 times of 1 by root 17. So 16 minus of 3, which is 13 by root 17. Option A is correct. Many of the questions can be solved using basic manipulation. Maybe some basic angle chasing or basic manipulation, you can simply solve the question by simply using maybe a Pythagoras theorem, or by some basic trigonometry we are solving the question. Okay, next question. This is once again from ISI 2022. So question says that the triangle has side lengths √5, 2 √2 and √3 units. We have to find the radius of the inscribed circle. So side lengths of the triangle is given. You have to find what? Radius of the inscribed circle, माने small r. We have to find small r, है ना? तो small r के लिए क्या करो? Use the formula. क्या होता है? Delta by s. Delta is equal to rs. So small r is what? Delta by s. We can simply use this formula because delta we can figure out using these side lengths. Now to find out this delta, what you need to focus on is to find out this delta. If you directly use the Heron's formula, because the side lengths are given, then this will be very lengthy. So you need to observe something from here. कि √5 whole square plus √3 whole square, 5 plus 3 is basically 2 √2 whole square. √5 whole square plus √3 whole square is basically the same as 2 √2 whole square, which is 8. So this satisfies the Pythagoras theorem. So this is a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is 2 √2 and this is 5 and this is √5 and this is √3. So this was the main observation over here, because if this is a right angle triangle, so it's easier to find delta. Delta can be found using half into base into height. Otherwise, if you do not observe this thing, then what will happen? Then you have to find delta. D. Achha, let's see. So R is delta upon S. So what is delta? Delta will be half into base into height. So half into base √3 into height, माने √5. ठीक है? And this divided by S. S माने semi perimeter. So semi perimeter will be √5 plus √3 divided by √5 plus √3 plus 2 √2 divided by 2. So finally, R will be half into base into height, माने √3 into √5 upon √5 plus √3 plus 2 √2 divided by 2. ठीक है? So this 2 and this 2 will cancel out. So final में जाके we will be having, let's make this to be √15. √15 divided by √5 into √5 plus √3 plus 2 √2. अब ये तो है ही नहीं. √15 by divided by √5 plus √3 plus 2 √2. ठीक है? So we have to factorize this. Rationalize this thing. We have to rationalize this thing. √5 plus √3, 2 √2, so we are having in all of these options. तो अब ये extra √15 है. So we have to see from here. We have to rationalize from here itself. ठीक है? अब देखो नीचे वाले को rationalize करेंगे तो rationalize means √5 plus √3, ठीक है, और conjugate से minus of 2 √2, multiply and divide. ठीक है? So they'll make you solve this thing and then also they'll make you rationalize this. So from here itself we'll get some sort of simplification. तो एक आ गया √15 times of यहां से होगा √3 plus √5 minus of 2 √2, और नीचे, अच्छा नीचे यहां पे ये बन जाएगा a plus b times of a minus b, माने a square minus b square. ठीक है? तो 3 plus 5 plus 2 √15 minus of 8. ठीक है? ये कहां से आया? 3 plus 5 2 √15, a plus b whole square, √5 square plus √3 square plus 2 times of √5 times of √3 and minus of b square, माने 2 √2 whole square. So 3 plus 5 plus 2 √15 minus of 8. 3, 5 minus 8 cancels out. √15 and √15 will cancel out. क्या बचेगा? √3 plus √5 minus of 2 √2 divided by 2. Option D is correct. आ जाओ next question. UGB 2022. Acha, this question was a notes question. If you see my notes, actually, this is a very old question. I have hardly seen any question which is directly given from the material. ठीक है, हार्डली सीन एनी क्वेश्चन मैंने डिटो एज इट इज विदाउट चेंजिंग एनी वैल्यूज। ठीक है, सिमिलर क्वेश्चन तो डेफिनेटली यू विल फिगर आउट। Find the minimum value of mod of sin x plus cos x plus tan x plus cot x plus sec x plus cosec x. You have to find the minimum value of this. ठीक है, तो for real numbers x not multiple of pi by 2 whatever, so we have to find the minimum value of this quantity. So what I need to do is we have to simplify first this, we have to simplify this and then we have to bring into the simplified form and then we have to solve. देखो sin x plus cos x, ठीक है, ये एक प्रॉपर प्रोसेस होता है टू सॉल्व दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन ना, देयर इज अ प्रॉपर प्रोसेस टू सॉल्व दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन एज अ सब्जेक्टिव इवन। ठीक है, वेरी वेल नोन प्रोसेस। इफ यू हैव सॉल्व द डीपीपीज यू विल नो दिस थिंग बिकॉज दिस क्वेश्चन इज देयर इन डीपीपी आल्सो, असाइनमेंट में दिया गया है, डीपीपीज में दिया गया है, एवरीवेयर यू फिगर आउट दिस क्वेश्चन। तो sin x plus cos x is there, so sin x plus cos x, sin x plus cos x, ठीक है, पहले तो ये सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे, ठीक है, वी विल सिंप्लीफाई दिस थिंग, then we are having sin x upon cos x, then cos x upon sin x plus, अच्छा 1 by cos x, 1 by cos x plus 1 by sin x. Now once I simplify this thing, so we will be having sin x plus cos x plus sin square x plus cos square x, तो ये हो जाएगा 1 upon sin x into cos x. Similarly ये बन जाएगा sin x plus cos x divided by sin x into cos x, ठीक है, और further this will get simplified to sin x plus cos x plus sin x plus cos x plus 1 divided by sin x into cos x. Okay, अच्छा, तो we are having sin x plus cos x, sin x plus cos x, नीचे we are having sin x into cos x. We have to bring, we'll try to bring this sin x into cos x in terms of sin x plus cos x, so that in this entire expression we will keep only sin x plus cos x terms only. We will be keeping sin x plus cos x terms only. So what I do to bring this into sin x plus cos x, we know that sin x plus cos x का whole square, sin x plus cos x का whole square is sin square x plus cos square x, which is 1 plus sin x into cos x, 2 sin x into cos x, sorry, ये क्लियर है ना, 1 कहां से आया, 1 इज बेसिकली sin square x plus cos square x plus 2 sin x into cos x. So we can simplify this thing and write sin x into cos x. We can find the value of sin x into cos x from here. What is sin x into cos x? Sin x plus cos x whole square minus 1 divided by 2. ठीक है, तो ये जो चीज है sin x into cos x we'll write in terms of sin x plus cos x. चलेगा, लिख लेते हैं, तो this will become sin x plus cos x plus sin x plus cos x plus 1 divided by sin x plus cos x का whole square minus 1 divided by 2. And once you reciprocal this thing, so final में जाके this will be sin x plus cos x, ठीक है, प्लस ये घुमा दो तो ये बन जाएगा 2 times of sin x plus cos x plus 1 divided by sin x plus cos x whole square minus of 1. चलो, we are having this much, we have simplified. Now what I'll do, I'll take a substitution from here, that is sin x plus cos x. Sin x plus cos x ko we will take this to be, we'll take this sin x plus cos x to be t, and then we will be solving this thing. So final में जाके we are having t minus 1 t plus 2t divided by t square minus 1. ठीक है, this was 2t plus 1. अच्छा, 2t plus 1, so we can simplify this thing. So this will become t plus 2 times of t plus 1. Here we are having t square minus 1, so t plus 1 times of t minus 1. So t plus 1 cancels out. So we will be having 2 upon t minus 1. चलो, फाइनल में जाके we are having t plus 2 upon t minus 1. This is our final expression. Now they have given modulus. So our expression ये y वगैरह कुछ मान लो, तो y नाउ सिंप्लीफाइज टू y विद y सिंप्लीफाइज टू y इज इक्वल टू मॉड ऑफ t प्लस 2 अपॉन t माइनस 1. ओके, तो बाय दिस थिंग ओनली यू आर हैविंग अ फीलिंग ऑफ AMGM. AMGM का तो फीलिंग डेफिनेटली होगा ही. ठीक है, फोर्सफुली आई एम राइटिंग दिस थिंग टू बी t माइनस 1 प्लस 2 टाइम्स ऑफ t माइनस 1, 2 times of 1 2 upon t minus 1. Minus 1 we have taken forcefully, so plus 1, so that here we are having t minus 1 and 2 upon t minus 1. Definitely we are going to use AMGM over here. AMGM वाला feeling तो definitely you must be having from here, t minus 1 and 2 upon t minus 1. One thing from here, one thing we can clearly see from here, एक चीज आपको यहाँ पे ध्यान से देखना है. We are having a modulus, be very careful over here. We are having a modulus, so we have to define this thing. Now we have to define this because we have taken sin x plus cos x to be t, so we have to define this very carefully. ये चीज यहाँ पे देख लो कि sin x plus cos x is t, माने maximum value of t is what, √2, minimum value is minus √2. t is definitely, t is lying in between √2 and minus √2. ये तो जानते ही हो कि maximum value of a sin theta plus b cos theta is root over of a square plus b square. So root over of 1 square plus 1 square, which is root over of 2, and this is also root over of 2. So we have to see one thing. We'll make the cases from here. We'll make the cases and then we are going to solve this thing. तो एक केस ये बनेगा क्या, एक केस जहां पे t is positive. One case here t is what, here t cannot take the value of 1, t cannot take the value of 1. तो 1 पे break even point है. At 1 we are having a break even point, है ना, and t lies in between. हमने देख लिया कि t lies in between √2 minus √2 and plus √2. We have seen t lies in between minus √2 and plus √2. Also t cannot take the value of 1 except 1. T cannot take the value of 1 because if t is 1 that expression will become undefined. तो t 1 तो हो नहीं सकता. ठीक है, तो what I do, because there is a break point at 1, so I'll make the cases. First case will be case 1. First case where t is lying in between 1 and 2, 1 and √2, sorry, excluding 1, t is positive here, excluding 1, t is lying in between 1 and √2. So if t lies in between 1 and √2, so here can I say that t minus 1 is positive? t minus 1 क्या है भाई, पॉजिटिव है ना, t minus 1 तो पॉजिटिव होगा. तो अगर t minus 1 पॉजिटिव है, तो दिस क्वांटिटी इज अ पॉजिटिव क्वांटिटी, ये भी पॉजिटिव, सो y कैन बी ओपन एज अ पॉजिटिव क्वांटिटी. सो दिस एंटायर थिंग विल बिकम पॉजिटिव क्वांटिटी. क्या बोलते हो, y विल बी t minus 1. सो यू कैन टेक आउट दिस मॉड्यूलस. अरे मानते हो ना, t minus 1 plus 2 upon t minus 1 plus 1. So in this case, y will be t minus 1 plus 2 upon t minus 1 plus 1. So what can I say from here? So we have to find the minimum possible value. तो minimum value के लिए what we will do? We will use AMGM. Positive quantities है, all of these are positive, तो AMGM use कर लेते. ठीक है, तो AM is greater than or equal to GM. तो t minus 1 plus 2 upon t minus 1 is greater than, divided by 2 is greater than or equal to root over of t minus 1 times of 2 upon t minus 1. So this quantity is greater than or equal to 2 √2. This quantity is greater than or equal to 2 √2. ठीक है, अब था तो प्लस 1 के साथ t minus 1 plus 2 upon t minus 1 plus 1. So simply add on both the sides 1. So this will become t minus 1 plus 2 upon t minus 1 plus 1 is greater than or equal to 2 √2 plus 1. ये हो गया मिनिमम वैल्यू इन दिस केस. ठीक है, सो ये हो गया मिनिमम वैल्यू ऑफ y in case if t lies in between 1 and √2. Now we see the next case. Now we see the second case. In the second case, t lies in between, we have taken 1 to √2. Next is the negative values. माने t lies in between 1 and minus √2, excluding 1 definitely. ठीक है, तो 1 and minus √2 चलेगा. In this case, t minus 1 is negative. In this case, t minus 1 is negative. So if t minus 1 is negative, तो क्या करोगे? What will happen to y? Y was basically how much? Y was, एक बार लिख लेते हो, यही था ना y, मॉड के साथ था ना y, मॉड के साथ you were having t minus 1 plus 2 upon t minus 1 plus 1. This was y. We will modify y now because t minus 1 is negative है, तो we will modify this. तो क्योंकि ये modify आपको करना है बिकॉज प्रीवियस केस दिस वाज ऑल ऑफ दिस आर पॉजिटिव, तो क्योंकि अभी ये नेगेटिव है तो ये नेगेटिव है तो ये भी नेगेटिव है, 2 by t minus 1 नेगेटिव नेगेटिव and we are having one positive quantity. So what we do, we try to modify this as much as possible and try to bring this in terms of, see, if t minus 1 is negative, then 1 minus t is what? Positive. So we try to bring this in terms of 1 minus t. ठीक है, सारे को पॉजिटिव बनाएंगे कैसे? जस्ट टेक आउट वन माइनस कॉमन, तो माइनस कॉमन लोगे तो क्या आएगा? माइनस कॉमन माने ये हो जाएगा 1 minus a, सॉरी 1 minus t. This will become 1 minus t. अच्छा, प्लस 2 upon, here also we have taken minus common, ठीक है, तो 1 minus t, ठीक है, and this will become minus 1. अब ये दोनों तो सेम चीज है, both of these are the same thing, so 1 minus t plus 2 upon 1 minus t minus of 1. Now see, if like I say t minus 1 is negative, so 1 minus t is positive, this is positive, this is also positive, ठीक है, पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव एंड देन माइनस 1. समझ पा रहे हो? फाइनल में जाके ये चीज आ रहा है. अच्छा, सो नाउ व्हाट आई डू, आई विल सिंप्लीफाई दिस थिंग यूजिंग AMGM वंस अगेन. ठीक है, you all can figure out from here itself. 1 minus t is positive, entire thing is positive, so y quantity y will be how much? Y will be 1 minus a, again using AMGM 1 minus a, अभी छोड़ो, 1 minus a plus 2 upon 1 minus a. So 1 minus a plus 2 upon 1 minus a is greater than or equal to 2 root 2. ठीक है, साथ में माइनस 1 है तो माइनस 1, 2 root 2 minus 1. Got the logic? And this quantity 2 root 2 minus 1 is a positive quantity. 2 root 2 minus 1 is a positive quantity. मतलब इसका जो मिनिमम वैल्यू है, बोथ मिनिमम वैल्यू डेफिनेटली इज अ पॉजिटिव क्वांटिटी. इसका जो मिनिमम वैल्यू है ना, द मिनिमम वैल्यू ऑफ दिस एंटायर एक्सप्रेशन, बी पॉजिटिव और बी नेगेटिव, दिस एंटायर एक्सप्रेशन मिनिमम वैल्यू इज ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव. मतलब दिस क्वांटिटी इज ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव. डिड यू गेट व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से? दिस एंटायर एक्सप्रेशन इज ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव. इसका जो मिनिमम वैल्यू है 2 root 2 minus 1 इज पॉजिटिव और 2 root 2 plus 1 तो पॉजिटिव है ही. ठीक है, तो मिनिमम वैल्यू क्या है भाई? मिनिमम वैल्यू इज आउट ऑफ दीज टू विच एवर इज मिनिमम, तो वही मिनिमम वैल्यू है 2 root 2 minus 1, है ना? बिकॉज आउट ऑफ दीज टू व्हाट इज द मिनिमम वैल्यू? 2 root 2 minus 1 और 2 root 2 plus 1 के बीच में मिनिमम वैल्यू कौन सा है? 2 root 2 minus 1. सो मिनिमम वैल्यू इन दिस केस, मिनिमम वैल्यू विल बी, तो ये मिनिमम, ये ऐसे लिख दो, y मिनिमम विल बी 2 root 2 minus 1, and this is the minimum value. Next question from UG 2021. This expression summation k is equal to 0 to 10 2 to the power of k tan of 2 to the power of k. ठीक है, अच्छा, look at this question. This is a very special type of question, and this question has been, the inspiration to make this question was actually taken from one of the question from your notes itself. ठीक है, in your DPPs or see your class notes, if you have attended the trigonometry discussion lectures, there was a similar problem which I have discussed in class, and there I have said that for series there is a particular expression which is very, very important. These are those kind of questions, if you do not have this exposure to how to proceed with these kind of questions, you'll get stuck in the exam. ठीक है, आपने अगर एक question, there was a question in your DPPs actually, I'll say the question because I have the question. एक question ये था ना, you all remember this question, I hopefully you know this question, tan of alpha plus tan of 2 times of tan of 2 alpha plus 2 square times of tan of 2 square alpha and so on. There was a question of this type. This continues up till 2 to the power of n minus 1 times of tan of 2 to the power of n minus 1 alpha. ये question था. And right hand side we had to prove something, cot of something. The process to solve this, I had said there, the process to solve this question, the same question, यहाँ पे finite series दे रखा है, they have given finite series over here. ठीक है, similar question, not the same question, but a similar question you can say. ठीक है, more or less. कि यहाँ पे finite series दे रखा है. And I have said there, the main, the main idea to solve this particular question was this expression cot of alpha minus tan of alpha. I have proved this. Cot of alpha minus of tan of alpha is 2 times of cot of 2 alpha. This is a very important expression for series generation. For generating series, this is a very, very important expression. Cot of alpha minus tan of alpha is 2 times of cot of 2 alpha. Once again, I am saying this is very important series generation. So this is cot of alpha, or rather, there are multiple things. There are multiple ways of, one of them being cot of alpha minus tan of alpha. Then you can also generate cot of 2 alpha. कल को अगर मान लो cot of 2 alpha, एक question में cot of 2 alpha, cot of 2 alpha minus tan of 2 alpha, you can generate the series. So this will be how much? If this is alpha, then this is 2 alpha. So this will turn out to be 2 cot of 4 alpha and so on. 2 cot of 4 alpha and so on. ऐसे करके lots of series can be generated from here. ठीक है? Whatever angle we are taking over here, the same angle is getting doubled over here in 2 cot of 2 alpha. You can definitely prove this thing. How will you prove this? Simply break this into cos, sine and cos, and means cot alpha is cos divided by sine and tan is basically sine divided by cos. Simply take this LCM and you will get this simplification from here. Last में जाके cot 2 alpha cos of 2 alpha divided by sine of 2 alpha बचेगा, which will be means 2 times of cos of 2 alpha divided by sine of 2 alpha, which will be cot of 2 alpha. ठीक है, so this is the idea to solve this question will come from here only. कि हाँ यहाँ पे cot लेके काम करना है. We have to deal with cot over here. Now let us focus on this series. So this series is saying, this series means, so here first if you put the value of k to be 0, this will become 1. So tan of 1 plus next term is 2 times of tan of 2. 2 times of tan of 2 plus 2 square times of tan of 2. Tan of 2 square, sorry, and so on. This will continue up till plus 2 to the power of 10 times of tan of 2 to the power of 10. This will continue till 2 to the power of 10 times of tan of 2 to the power of 10. Okay. Acha, now how do we proceed from here? You have to bring one cot into this expression. You have to bring one cot over here. Forcefully, we have to bring one cot of alpha minus tan of alpha. What you can do, you can add cot 1 and subtract cot 1. We can start off with cot 1 because, here we have to start off with cot 1 because the first term is tan of 1. There is a benefit for this because देखो यहाँ पे add करोगे ना cot 1 and minus of cot 1. ठीक है? Add and subtract cot 1 and minus cot 1. Why? Because if you see over here, ये difference अगर देखा जाए ना, just focus on this difference. Tan 1 minus cot 1. Cot 1 बोलो, cot 1 minus tan 1 कि tan 1 minus cot 1, जो भी बोलो. Cot alpha minus tan alpha बोलो कि tan alpha minus cot alpha. सेम ही तो है भाई, सामने खाली माइनस आएगा. ठीक है? So if you just focus on this difference, tan 1 minus of cot 1, ये अगर difference देखोगे, what this will turn out to be? This will be minus of 2 cot 2. Minus of 2 cot 2, because here what is alpha? Alpha is 1. This is alpha is 1. You can prove this thing. Tan 1 minus cot 1 is basically minus of 2 cot 2. ठीक है? And so on, this will continue. तो ये देखो यहाँ पे you are getting minus of 2 cot 2. So this quantity, this minus this is minus of 2 cot 2. फिर क्या होगा? Minus 2 cot 2 plus 2 tan 2. है ना? So 2 cot 2, next term is what? Next term will be 2 tan 2. फिर क्या आएगा? 2 tan 2 minus of 2 cot 2. है ना? तो similarly, so when you simplify this thing, you end up getting take out one minus common, so you'll end up getting 2 square cot of 2 square and so on. This will continue. So next term will be what? Next term, you will combine this term with the next term, which is 2 square tan of 2 square. So when you, once again, when you simplify that term, you will end up getting minus of 2 cube cot of 2 cube and so on. This will continue. And finally, this process will continue And finally, when you combine the last term with this term, 2 to the power of 10, tan of 2 raised to the power of 10, you will be getting minus of 2 to the power of 11, cot of 2 raised to the power of 11, cot of 2 raised to the power of 11 finally. Okay, and one of this cot of 1 is left out, so plus cot of 1 will be there. So finally this series will get reduced to cot of 1 minus 2 to the power of 11 into cot of 2 to the power of 11. So option D will be correct. Chalo, next question. So, two vertices of a square lie on a circle of radius r, and the other two vertices lie on a tangent to this circle. Then the length of the side of the square is how much? And this question has been repeated quite a few times. ठीक है, बोल रहा है कि two vertices of the square lies on a circle. So I have drawn the diagram here. There are two vertices of this square. I have drawn in this sense that two vertices of this square are lying on the circle like this. Okay, and the circle is having a radius r units, and other two vertices lie on the tangent to the circle. So like this, other two vertices of the square are lying on the tangent to this circle. तो वो जो tangent बनेगा, the remaining two vertices are lying on that tangent. ठीक है, तो आपसे पूछा क्या है? They have asked to find the length of the side of the square. This is a very simple question of geometry. कुछ है नहीं क्वेश्चन में, very simple question, manipulative question you can say rather. ठीक है, तो क्या करोगे? ये रेडियस आ रहे तो ये भी आ रहा है ना, एंड दिस विल बाइसेक्ट. ठीक है, दिस विल बाइसेक्ट द ये लाइन सेगमेंट. सो दिस बेसिकली दिस इज आल्सो आर, ये भी आर है. ठीक है, अच्छा, let's say for instance if I consider the length of the square to be a units, all of these are a units basically. तो ये अगर बाइसेक्ट करेगा, this will bisect means this length is what, a by 2. So if this length is a by 2, this length is also a by 2. मानते हो ना? This length is also a by 2. Yes or no? तो हो जाएगा ना यहां से. Now simply use the Pythagoras theorem. This length is a, ये अगर आपको मिल जाए a by 2, this length is r, so you can figure out this. और वैसे भी देखो, if this is r, this length is also r, तो ये जो रिमेनिंग पार्ट है ये क्या हो जाएगा? a minus r. मानते हो ना? ये रिमेनिंग पार्ट इज a minus r. If this is r, ये लेंथ अगर r है, ये भी r है, and the total is a units, so the remaining part, this much part is what? a minus r units. Fine. So now what we can do, we can simply use the Pythagoras theorem to find out the relation in terms of sides. क्योंकि side length हमने क्या लिया है? Side length is a. We have to find a in terms of r, so which we can find from here itself. क्या बोलते हो? From the Pythagoras theorem, basically r square is equal to a square by 4 plus a minus r square. So r square will be how much? R square will be a square by 4 and then plus a square minus of 2ar plus r square. चलेगा? So this is actually 5a square by 4, 5a square by 4 minus of 2ar plus r square. R square gets cancelled from both the sides, right? So you're left out with 2ar is equal to 5a square by 4. a can't be 0, so a can be cancelled from both the sides. ठीक है, तो फाइनल में जाके क्या बचेगा? a will be 8r upon 5. Option D is correct. You know, they are repeating the PYQs a lot, so you should be actually solving all the PYQs of ISI at least till 2012. You should be solving all the PYQs at least till 2012. Very, very important. Next question from UGA 2020 once again. अच्छा, a bit of inverse trigonometry is being used over here. जिनको पता है तो ठीक है, नहीं तो फिलहाल के लिए देख लो. Look at the question. If sine of tan inverse of x is equal to cot of sine inverse of root over of 13 by 17, you have to find the values of x from here. Very simple question, straightforward question. कुछ है नहीं क्वेश्चन में, कुछ नहीं है क्वेश्चन में. You just need to solve. You have sine of tan inverse of x on the left hand side. Let us try to solve the right hand side first. देखो ये है ना cot of sine inverse of this. So sine inverse can be converted in terms of cot inverse. Sine inverse can be converted in terms of cot inverse. कैसे? Triangle rule से. Simply use the triangle rule. So using triangle, ये है √13/17. फाइन. माने साइन इनवर्स मींस दिस इज √13 एंड दिस इज √17. है कि नहीं? मानते हो ना? परपेंडिकुलर बाय हाइपोटेन्यूज. सो √13 and √17. तो base is how much? I think base is 2, right? Base is 2. So if base is 2, you can find, now you can convert this in terms of cot inverse. तो ये बन जाएगा क्या? Cot of cot inverse 2/√13. लो, 2/√13. And you know that cot of cot inverse is always 2/√13. तो sin of tan inverse of x is 2/√13. अब तो क्या ही करना है, आपको सॉल्व ही करना है. सिमिलरली you all can convert this also into sin inverse. मानते हो ना? और ये तो डायरेक्टली आप जानते हो. अगर नहीं जानते तो डायरेक्टली you all can simply use the triangle once again. ठीक है, यूज द ट्राइंगल. जैसे कि अगर नहीं जानते हो कि you know this thing कि tan inverse of x is there, you need to convert this in terms of sin inverse. So this will become perpendicular by base is given x by 1. Tan inverse of x means base, perpendicular by base is given माने x by 1. So this part is what? 1 plus x square. ठीक है. तो sin inverse क्या होगा? x upon √1 plus x square. So the left hand side is basically sin of sin inverse x upon √1 plus x square. और फिर बस हो गया. So left hand side will become x upon √1 plus x square. Now solve for x from here. बस वही करना है, solve for x. What you will do? You can square both the sides and simply cross multiply. So this becomes 13x square. Square and cross multiply. So this becomes 13x square is equal to 4 plus 4x square. So 9x square is equal to 4. X square is equal to 4 by 9. And x is what? X is plus minus 2 by 3. लेकिन यहाँ पे plus minus तो है नहीं, खाली plus ही है. Option B is correct. Very good. B is correct. छोड़ो भी. Next question is from UGA 2020. अच्छा, क्या बोल रहा है क्वेश्चन? Let S be the set consisting of all those real numbers that can be written as P minus 2A, where P and A are the perimeter and the area of a right angle triangle having base length 1. So in this entire story, we are having a right angle triangle which is having a base length 1. Fine. अच्छा, क्या चाहिए? Perimeter, P being the perimeter and A is the area of the right angle triangle. Fine. The right angle triangle है. तो this तो I think we can solve this manually itself. कि एक x है, x मान लो suppose this length is x, ये 1 है, तो this hypotenuse is 1 plus √1 plus x square. Right angle triangle है. Fine. P क्या है? P is the perimeter. P being the perimeter. हमें क्या करना है? We have to find S, where S is the set of all those real numbers which can be written in the form of P minus 2A. We'll calculate P minus 2A from here. पहले तो first we find what is P. P is what? P is 1 plus x plus √1 plus x square. ठीक है. And what is A? A is half into base into height. Area है, तो half into base into height माने half into 1 into x, माने x by 2 simply. So next we find what is P minus 2A. तो P minus 2A will be 1 plus x plus √1 plus x square and minus of 2 times of x by 2. 2 and 2 cancels out from here. So you're left out with, acha, 2 cancels out, x is remaining. This x and this x will also cancel out. So what you're left out with? 1 plus √1 plus x square. बोल रहा है कि then S is what? ठीक है, जो set of जो S है, S is the set containing all sort of numbers of P minus 2A type. Basically ये जो set आ रहा है, we have to see what is the domain of this set. माने range of this set, not domain. Basically ये set S belongs to where? In which interval? So you all can clearly see from here, this quantity square root of 1 plus x square, this being a quantity which is more than 1, because x is positive, x square is positive, x square is positive माने x square is strictly more than 0, या फिर 0 ही मान लो. तो 1 plus x square is actually what? More than 1 ना. 1 plus x square is more than 1, so √1 plus x square is also more than 1, and 1 plus ये जो quantity है, this quantity is more than 1, and 1 plus something more than 1 is definitely a quantity which is more than 2. तो पक्का से ऑप्शन ए मस्ट बी करेक्ट, 2 to infinity open. चलो यूजीबी क्वेश्चन, दिस इज अ वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन. यूजीबी क्वेश्चन, देखो क्वेश्चन क्या बोल रहा है. प्रूव दैट द लार्जेस्ट पेंटागन इन टर्म्स ऑफ एरिया दैट कैन बी इंस्क्राइब्ड इन अ सर्कल ऑफ रेडियस 1 इज रेगुलर. ठीक है, ध्यान से सोचना क्वेश्चन को. you have to prove that the largest pentagon, the 5 sides are there, ठीक है, which can be inscribed in a circle. तो largest pentagon मतलब largest in terms of area, largest pentagon मतलब largest pentagon of the largest area. ठीक है, pentagon having the largest area. This can be inscribed in a circle of radius 1. तो ये जो एक सर्कल है, हमने एक सर्कल मान लिया है, सर्कल ऑफ रेडियस 1. You have to prove that this pentagon is regular, provided that the area is largest. Question clear? Provided that the area is largest, you have to prove that this pentagon is regular pentagon. ठीक है, चलो देख लेते. सो बेसिकली फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, ये जो रेडियस है, आप जानते हो कि रेडियस ऑफ ऑल दिस. अच्छा, let's take this, let's give this some name over here. We have considered this pentagon over here. Let's give this some name to all these angles over here. Let's say this is theta 1, ये theta 2 है, ये theta 3 है, theta 4 है, and theta 5. Angle at the center. Okay, we'll work out. So basically, if this is having the radius r, if let's say if the radius is r units, area for all such triangles, area of all such triangles will be, or let's say one of the triangle you consider, area of one of the triangle is how much? Let's say for this triangle which I have given r over here, area of one of the triangle is how much? Half times of r square and sine of angle enclosed between them. तो sine of theta 1 है ना, और क्योंकि r तो यहाँ पे 1 है, बोल के रखा है ना, that can be inscribed in a circle of radius 1. तो what is it? 1 basically, r is 1. तो एरिया, यहाँ पे एरिया तो हाफ टाइम्स ऑफ साइन ऑफ थीटा 1 है, half times of sine of theta 1. And area of this entire pentagon, all these triangles basically, which will give you the area of this complete pentagon, is given by half times of summation I is equal to 1 to 5 sine of theta I. क्या बोलते हो, ये होगा ना, summation I is equal to 1 to 5, because all the, अगर सबको अगर ऐड करोगे, when you add the areas of all these triangles, you will end up getting the area of this pentagon. तो half times of summation I is equal to 1 to 5 sine of theta I. summation ले लिया, बार बार क्यों लिखना है? Obviously here theta I belongs to where? Theta I will belong to 0 to pi. Definitely theta I's, all the thetas are lying in between, strictly are lying in between 0 and pi. ठीक है, अच्छा करना क्या है यहाँ पे? You have to maximize this. आपको दिखाना है कि for the maximum area this pentagon can be inscribed, माने this pentagon is regular for maximum area. ये एरिया अगर मैक्सिमम हो जाए ना, हाँ, if this is maximum for the largest pentagon, बोल के रखा है कि for the largest pentagon in terms of area, मतलब एरिया अगर मैक्सिमम हो जाए, this can be inscribed in a circle of radius 1, और ये एक पेंटागन है, ये रेगुलर होना चाहिए, this will be regular. ठीक है, so if I can prove that all these theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4 and theta 5, all the theta i's are equal, then we can definitely prove that the pentagon is regular pentagon. अगर ये सारे के सारे जो थीटास है, if all the thetas are equal, ठीक है, then we will prove that the pentagon is regular. So what we are going to do, पहले तो देखना है कि एरिया मैक्सिमम कब हो रहा है. So to maximize this area, we are having sine of theta 1. To maximize this area, ध्यान से आप एक चीज देखना, I am maximizing this area. One thing we can do from here, can I say from here, summation of I is equal to 1 to 5 sine of theta I divided by 5 is less than or equal to sine of summation of I is equal to 1 to n theta I divided by 5. Can I say this thing? What is this basically? Jensen's inequality. By Jensen's inequality, can I say this thing? That summation of I is equal to 1 to 5 sine of theta I divided by 5 is less than or equal to sine of summation I is equal to 1 to n theta I divided by 5. ठीक है, तो यहां पे ये वैल्यूज यहां पे यूटिलाइज हो जाएंगे and we will maximize this quantity as well. One more thing which you have pointed out, this function is concave strictly in this interval. Sine function is strictly concave in this interval 0 to pi. 0 to pi में this sine function is strictly concave. ठीक है, तो this inequality holds for concave functions, concave down basically. तो what you can do from here is, अब देखो ये जो क्वांटिटी है summation of I is equal to 1 to n theta I. Why did I simply use Jensen's over here? Because sin of, देखो ये जो चीज है sin of summation I is equal to 1 to n theta I, ये तो हमें मालूम है. Summation theta I is known to us. अरे summation theta I माने ये जो total summation of all these माने theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 plus theta 4 plus theta 5 which is 360 degrees. मतलब ये हो जाएगा summation sin of 2 pi by 5. This will become sin of 2 pi by 5. ठीक है, एंड लेफ्ट हैंड साइड डिवाइडेड बाय 5. अब लेफ्ट हैंड साइड जो है वहां पे एक हाफ भी आएगा सामने, तो अगर एक हाफ भी लिया जाए मल्टीप्लाई बाय हाफ ऑन बोथ द साइड्स, ठीक है, मल्टीप्लाई बाय हाफ ऑन बोथ द साइड्स, तो क्या हो जाएगा, दिस रिमेनिंग पार्ट, दिस पार्ट विल सिंपली बिकम योर ए. ये तो ए है, तो ए इज बेसिकली वी आर प्रूविंग दैट ए इज लेस देन और इक्वल टू 5/2 टाइम्स ऑफ साइन ऑफ 2 pi by 5. A is less than or equal to 5/2 times of sine of 2 pi by 5. ठीक है, तो एरिया ये मैक्सिमम हो गया. नाउ एरिया इज मैक्सिमम. ठीक है, तो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ दिस एरिया इज बेसिकली हाउ मच, 5/2 टाइम्स ऑफ साइन ऑफ 2 pi by 5. ठीक है, वी हैव जस्ट प्रूव दैट मैक्सिमम एरिया मैक्सिमम इज 5/2 टाइम्स ऑफ साइन ऑफ 2 pi by 5. एंड यू नो दैट दिस इनइक्वालिटी will hold, this equality will hold. You know that equality will hold in Jensen's inequality only if the terms are equal. हाँ या ना, equality in Jensen's inequality holds if the terms are equal. माने sin of theta 1, all these theta i's are the same, माने indirectly theta i's are the same. तो theta i's अगर सेम हो जाए, तो this inequality will hold, equality will hold, which means that theta 1 is equal to theta 2. Equality will hold if theta 1 is equal to theta 2 is equal to theta 3 and so on, मतलब till theta 5. तो हमने ये प्रूफ कर दिया कि they are basically equal, all these theta i's are equal. So if these theta i's are equal, then what is this pentagon? Is what? Regular pentagon. Next question from UGA 2019. What is the question saying? In the following picture, ABC is an isosceles triangle with an inscribed circle with center O. Fine. Let P be the midpoint of BC. P being the midpoint of BC. ठीक है. If AB is equal to AC is equal to 15. अच्छा, AB and AC are 15 each. तो length are given. ये 15 है, ये भी 15 है. And BC is 10. चलो BC भी given है. बहुत अच्छे. We have to find what is OP. What is OP? OP माने small r. Small r चाहिए. We need to find what is OP. OP बोले तो small r. ठीक है. अच्छा, ये भी small r है तो ये भी small r है, तो ये भी small r है ना? All of them are small r's basically. Also, this is an isosceles triangle, which means ये अगर 10 है तो this much is 5 units, this much is also 5 units. हाँ, we need to find what is r. तो एक तो direct formula which we can think of is actually, you know, r is delta upon s. डेल्टा मिल जाएगा, एस मिल जाएगा आराम से. You can find delta, you can find s also. Now for delta, half into base into height, खाली आपको height calculate करना है. You have to find the value of AP. You need to find what is AP. कहां से आएगा? Pythagoras theorem से. Pythagoras theorem से you will find what is AP. AP is how much? AP will be 15 square minus of root over of 15 square minus of 5 square. ठीक है. अरे हाफ इंटू बेस इंटू हाइट करना है ना, तो फॉर द हाइट माने AP हाइट, तो AP कैन बी कैलकुलेटेड यूजिंग पाइथागोरस थ्योरम. सो दिस इज बेसिकली हाउ मच? रूट ओवर ऑफ 225 माइनस ऑफ 25, मतलब रूट ओवर ऑफ 200. ठीक है, रूट ओवर ऑफ 200, रूट ओवर ऑफ 200 बोलो तो 10 रूट 2. ठीक है, रूट ओवर ऑफ 200 बोलो तो 10 रूट 2. तो AP is, we have found what is AP. तो we can now figure out what is delta. डेल्टा क्या आएगा? डेल्टा विल बी हाफ इंटू बेस माने 10 इंटू हाइट माने 10 रूट 2, which is 50 root 2. And what is S? सही पेरीमीटर, वो तो मिल जाएगा यहां से 15 plus 15 plus 10 divided by 2, which is 20. तो what is R now? R is delta by S. तो R क्या होगा? R is 50 root 2 divided by S, which is 20. ठीक है, तो this will come down to 5 by root 2. This will simplify. 5 root 2 divided by 2, which is 5 by root 2. Option B is correct. आ जाओ नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम. Again, UGA 2019 question says chords AB and CD of a circle intersect at right angle at the point P. If the lengths of AP, PB, CP, PD are 2, 6, 3 and 4 units respectively, then the radius of the circle is what? अच्छा, so there are two chords of the circle. बोल रहा है कि chords are intersecting at right angle. ठीक है, तो chords are intersecting, यहाँ पे मैंने सर्कल ड्रॉ करके रखा है, तो chords are intersecting at right angles let's say. ठीक है, तो these chords are intersecting at right angles. तो कुछ chords नाम दे दो. सपोज this chord is AB, this chord is AB and this is CD chord. ठीक है, and they are intersecting at the point P. ठीक है, the length of AP are 2, PB is 6, CP बोले तो 3 and PD is 4. Fine. चाहिए क्या? We need to find the radius of the circle. तो यहाँ पे somewhere over here we'll have the center. ठीक है, आपको क्या चाहिए? You need the radius of the circle. ठीक है, you need the radius of the circle. ठीक है, you know one of the students actually gave a nice idea for this particular question. कि sir you draw one triangle over here, join this and draw one triangle. ठीक है, join this, draw one triangle and solve using solutions of triangle. मतलब join this, draw a triangle over here. ठीक है, ऐसे एक ट्राइंगल ड्रॉ कर लो एंड सिंपली सॉल्व यूजिंग सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ ट्राइंगल. ये तो रेडियस है माने कैपिटल आर बेसिकली. ठीक है, आर मान लो सपोज, एंड सिंपली यूज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ ट्राइंगल. माने आर इज फॉर्मूला फॉर आर यूज कर लो. फॉर्मूला फॉर आर इज हाउ मच? आर विल बी, you all can use this formula, you know, you all can use this formula which is r is equal to abc by 4 delta. r बोले तो abc by 4 delta, ये यूज कर लो. तो what you all can do from here is just calculate and find the values of this basically. So here we are having, अब देखो ये right angle है, all these are basically right angle, so you all can find out this length. ये लेंथ मिल जाएगा, ये 2 है, ये 4 है, माने 4 plus 16 माने this is root over of 20, root over of 20. हाँ, तो रूट 20 एंड हियर वी आर हैविंग, ये भी देखो, ये भी क्या है? राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल है. सो बेसिकली हियर वी आर हैविंग 6, ये 6 है, ये 4 है, माने 36 प्लस 16 रूट ओवर ऑफ 52. दिस इज रूट ओवर ऑफ 52. सो you all can find using this basically ABC by 4 delta is root 20 root 20 into root 52 into C is basically 8 divided by 4 delta. So 4 times of half into base into half into base into height. Height is 4. कोई भी मान लो, half into base into height, half into 8 into 4. ठीक है. So now simply solve from here. So basically we are having this is 4, तो नीचे हो जाएगा 4 क्यूब. ठीक है, तो 4 इंटू नीचे हो जाएगा 4. अच्छा, ये भी कैंसिल कर देते. सो वी आर हैविंग रूट 20 इंटू रूट 52 इंटू 2. अच्छा, रूट 20 माने 2 रूट 5, 2 रूट 5 इंटू रूट 52 माने 2 रूट 30. ठीक है, इंटू 2 डिवाइडेड बाई 16. ठीक है, 8 एंड 2. तो ये कितना आ रहा है भाई? रूट ओवर ऑफ 65/2 है कि नहीं? रूट ओवर ऑफ 65/2 है. हाँ, ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. नाउ द shortcut to solve this thing. Remember this thing, remember the shortcut. Very useful shortcut taught in circles. I think you don't know this shortcut. Basically ये geometry में करवाया जाता है ये shortcut वगैरह. So if two chords are intersecting at right angles, always remember, if two chords are intersecting at right angle, then PA square plus PB square plus PC square plus PD square is equal to 4R square. If two chords are intersecting, लिख के रख सकते हो, if two chords are intersecting at right angles, then PA square plus PB square plus PC square plus PD square is equal to 4R square. डायरेक्ट शॉर्टकट है, यूज कर लो, हो जाएगा विद इन 2 लाइन्स. माने 2 स्क्वायर प्लस 3 स्क्वायर प्लस 6 स्क्वायर प्लस 4 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 4R स्क्वायर. आज ही पूछा है ना. हाउ मच इज दिस? नाउ सिंपली सॉल्व. 4R square is equal to 13 9 6 15. So this is 65. R square will be root over of 65/2. So one shortcut is, if chords are intersecting at right angles, direct formula is PA square plus PB square plus PC square plus PD square is equal to 4R square. UGB 2019. Again, this is more of an induction question and not a question from trigonometry. You have a bit of trigonometry over here, but it's more of an induction question, you can say. क्या दे रखा है? For all natural numbers n is given to be this. For n many radicals, like square root of 2 minus square root of 2 plus and so on and so forth, goes up to the root over of 2, and you are having n many radicals over here. ठीक है. The first part is saying you have to show that for n greater than or equal to 2, an is this. an जो ये जो an दे रखा है, an will get simplified to 2 sin of pi upon 2 to the power of n plus 1. ये हो जाएगा. So what we are going to do is we are going to induct on n. Simply use induction on n. ठीक है. अच्छा, यहाँ पे मैं शॉर्ट में करूंगा, बट यू आर सपोज टू राइट दिस इन फॉर्मली, लाइक n is equal to 1 के लिए यू हैव टू शो दिस थिंग. ठीक है, फॉर n is equal to 1 वी आर हैविंग दिस. फॉर n is equal to 1 ये हो रहा है. देन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज बेसिकली फॉर n minus 1, और फिर लास्ट में जाके n, बिकॉज यू हैव टू शो फॉर n, राइट. तो लास्ट में जाके या तो n minus 1 लो कि n लो, एंड देन सिंपली चेक फॉर n plus 1. n is basically root over of 2 minus root over of 2 plus and so on, goes up till root over of 2 plus root 2. This is what we are having. Acha, from here we can say this root over of 2 is there. We have to bring this trigonometric form over here. This root over of 2 is there. Acha, root 2 is, we can write this root 2 to be, root 2 is 2 cos pi by 4. Cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So 2 by root 2, which is root 2 only. So I'm writing this root 2 to be 2 cos pi by 4. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे root over of this will become 2 minus 2 plus root over of 2 plus this quantity will become 2 plus 2 cos pi by 4 then, and 2 will one of this 2 will come out and you will be having 1 plus cos pi by 4. समझो कि नहीं? You will be having 1 plus cos pi by 4, है ना? So 1 plus cos pi by 4, which means root over of 2 minus root over of 2 plus root over of 2 plus and so on so forth till 2 common, तो 1 plus cos pi by 4 and 1 plus cos theta माने 2 cos square theta by 2. Yes or no? So you will be having 2 cos square theta by 2. So 2 cos square theta by 2 माने theta by 2 times 4 माने 8. ठीक है, 8 हो रहा है. And 8 means 2 raised to the power of 3. माने फर्स्ट में 2 स्क्वायर था and the next term we are having 2 raised to the power of 3. क्या समझे? ठीक है, getting my point? What we can do is we can simply use induction. तो यहां पे ये देखो, for this term we are having 2 raised to the power of 3 माने pi divided by 2 raised to the power of 3, है ना? This will continue माने more or less you are having this will turn out to be root over of 2 plus and so on so forth. फिर next क्या होगा? Next similarly you will be having 2 plus 2 cos pi by 3, 2 क्यूब बेसिकली. होगा कि नहीं? होगा ना ये. So 2 plus 2 cos pi by 3 pi by 2 raised to the power of 3. So for n minus 1 terms we will be having root over of 2 minus n minus 1 के लिए देखो फर्स्ट टर्म में देखो, दिस वाज एक्चुअली क्या था? 2 स्क्वायर था, देन 2 क्यूब था, है ना? देन फॉर n minus 1 terms we will be having 2 minus 2 cos of pi by 2 raised to the power of n. हाँ या ना? For n minus 1 terms we will be having लास्ट में ये जो माइनस तो पहले था ना, माइनस was this minus was this, so 2 minus 2 cos of pi by 2 raised to the power of n, 2 raised to the power of n for n minus 1 terms. तो for n terms के लिए क्या होगा? For n terms we need to simplify. यहां से अगर सिंप्लीफाई करोगे तो for n terms we will be having 2 कॉमन, क्या हो जाएगा? 1 minus cos of 2 raised to the power of n, तो 1 minus cos of pi upon 2 raised to the power of n, and 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2. And so this will become what? This will become 2 sin theta. ठीक है ना? So this will become 2 sin pi upon 2 raised to the power of n plus 1. So for n many radicals we will be having an to be 2 times of sine of pi upon 2 to the power of n plus 1. So this is your an, actually we have simplified, so hence we are having an to be 2 times of sine of pi upon 2 raised to the power of n plus 1. So next what we need to do is we need to calculate this limit n tends to infinity 2 to the power of n times of an. आ जाओ, next we have this limit, next we have to calculate this limit n tends to infinity. There now limit n tends to infinity 2 to the power of n times of an, बोलो तो 2 times of sine of pi upon 2 raised to the power of n plus 1. ठीक है, अच्छा. तो वन थिंग तो क्लियरली वी कैन सी फ्रॉम हियर, ये जो as n tends to infinity, pi by 2 raised to the power of n plus 1 will tend to 0. This quantity tends to 0. तो sin theta divided by theta वाला फॉर्मेट लाएंगे. So this becomes what? Limit n tends to infinity 2 raised to the power of n plus 1. अच्छा, sin of pi upon 2 raised to the power of n plus 1, and नीचे फोर्सफुली लेट्स ब्रिंग 1 पाई अपॉन, चलो नेक्स्ट स्टेप में करेंगे, सब्जेक्टिव है तो थोड़ा you should be actually writing all the steps very clearly in UGB paper. So limit n tends to infinity, so sine of pi upon 2 raised to the power of n plus 1 divided by, forcefully we are bringing one pi upon 2 raised to the power of n plus 1 over here. Now 2 raised to the power of n plus 1 was there, no problem with this. Pi to tha nahi, pi we have forcefully we have brought, so multiply by pi over here. So this turns out to be, अब देखो क्या फॉर्मेट है, as limit n tends to infinity, this tends to 0, so sin of 0 divided by 0, वही वाला फॉर्मेट, तो sin x by x है ना, so limit x tends to 0 sin x by x, तो this will basically turn out to be pi times of 1, क्या हो जाएगा, pi times of 1 which is pi only, so the value of this thing is what, pi, ठीक है। और क्योंकि सब्जेक्टिव है, you should be showing this thing as well, ठीक है, ये तो हम लोग जानते हैं, सब लोग जानते हैं कि as n tends to infinity, लिख देना भाई, सब्जेक्टिव है, as n tends to infinity, pi by 2 raised to the power of n plus 1 tends to 0, hence sin upon pi upon 2 raised to the power of n plus 1 tends to, sorry, this by this tends to 0 as n tends to infinity, ये लिख देना क्योंकि सब्जेक्टिव है। चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। अच्छा, कम डाउन टू यूजीए 2018 नेक्स्ट। क्या बोल रहा है क्वेश्चन में, लेट ए बी सी डी बी अ रेक्टेंगल with its shorter side a more than 0 units, अच्छा a units, and perimeter 2s units. Let PQRS be any rectangle such that vertices ABCD respectively lie on the lines PQ, QR, RS and SP. You have to find the maximum area of such rectangle PQRS. अच्छा, a lot of things are there. First, we are having a PQRS. Now, first we are having a ABCD rectangle with shorter side a units. जो शॉर्टर साइड है वो है ए यूनिट, सो यू हैव दिस रेक्टेंगल, यू गिव दिस सम नेम, लेट्स से एबीसीडी, ठीक है, एंड शॉर्टर साइड इट्स ए यूनिट्स, माने ये जो साइड है दिस साइड इज ए यूनिट्स, एंड पेरीमीटर 2s यूनिट्स। अच्छा, इफ पेरीमीटर इज 2s, तो द रिमेनिंग साइड विल बी व्हाट, s minus a एंड s minus a, पेरीमीटर इज 2s यूनिट्स, सो रिमेनिंग साइड क्या होगा, s minus a, है ना। If this is s minus a, this will be also s minus a. So this much we have derived from here. ठीक है, चलो next line. अब बोल रहा है कि PQRS be any rectangle such that the vertices ABCD, माने these vertices ABCD respectively lie on the lines PQ, QR, RS and SP. माने A is lying on PQ. So there is another rectangle PQRS where A is lying on PQ, B is lying on QR, RS, C is lying on RS and D is lying on SP. So there is another rectangle which needs to be created over here. तो ये हो गया one more rectangle of this type. ठीक है, तो A is lying on where? A is lying on, माने ये जो rectangle आएगा, this is actually PQRS. तो PQRS is taken in such a way कि A is lying on PQ, माने ये होगा PQ, ये होगा PQ, and तो B is lying on QR, तो PQRS like this, ये हो जाएगा PQRS. A is lying on PQ, B is lying on QR, C is lying on RS and D is lying on PS. So we have to find the maximum area of such rectangle PQRS. What we have to do is we have to maximize PQRS. To maximize PQRS, we need to find the length of PQRS, माने the sides of PQRS, the length of the sides over here. We need to find the length of the sides of PQRS. तो ये तो basic, what you can say, using angle chasing से हो जाएगा, basic property से हो जाएगा, basic trigonometry और basic angle से मुझे लग रहा है कि ये हो जाएगा using, see here we are having ये मान लो suppose ये अगर थीटा है, मान लेते कि ये थीटा है, सब लोग जानते हैं कि these two are basically rectangles, so if this is theta, ये 90 है, ये भी 90 है, अच्छा तो ये भी 90 है, तो ये 90 है, ये थीटा है, तो दिस एंगल इज बेसिकली हाउ मच, दिस विल बी, अच्छा ये 90 है, ये 90 है, तो व्हाट वी कैन से, ये भी थीटा होगा, ये भी थीटा होगा, ये अगर 90 माइनस थीटा है, ये 90 है, तो ये भी थीटा होगा। दिस मच वी हैव फाउंड। अच्छा, तो व्हाट कैन वी से फ्रॉम हियर? इफ दिस इज थीटा, दिस इज 90 माइनस थीटा, वन थिंग कैन आई से फ्रॉम हियर कि ये जो लेंथ है फॉर दिस राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल, फॉर दिस राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल, कैन आई से फ्रॉम हियर ये लेंथ होगा ए साइन थीटा। दिस लेंथ विल बी ए साइन थीटा। ये समझो, सोच के बोलना, दिस लेंथ विल बी ए साइन थीटा। ठीक है, क्योंकि ए साइन थीटा क्यों होगा? बिकॉज यहां से भी अगर देख सकते हो फॉर दिस राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल, ये अगर 90 माइनस थीटा है तो एक्चुअली टेक्निकली ये ए साइन कॉस 90 माइनस थीटा होगा, विच इज साइन थीटा। यहां से भी देखा जा सकता है फॉर दिस साइन थीटा, दिस इज एक्चुअली परपेंडिकुलर, सो ए साइन थीटा ही होगा। अच्छा, so if this is a sin theta, similarly for this right angle triangle also, this is theta, this is 90, and so similarly, uh, can I say for this right angle triangle also, ये हो जाएगा s माइनस a cos थीटा, क्योंकि ये 90 माइनस थीटा है, ये 90 है, ये 90 माइनस थीटा है, सो दिस इज व्हाट थीटा, ये भी थीटा है। तो कैन आई से फॉर दिस राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल ऑल्सो, दिस we can say that this side length is actually s minus a cos theta, s minus a cos theta, so s minus a cos theta. And similarly again, if this is s minus a cos theta, how much is this length? s minus a sin theta, s minus a sin theta, मानते हो ना? And similarly ये जो रिमेनिंग है br बेसिकली br लेंथ विल बी a cos थीटा, ये 90 है तो a cos थीटा है ना, ये लेंथ तो a है ना, तो a cos थीटा। तो वी हैव गॉट द साइड्स ना। करना क्या है अब? वी हैव टू फाइंड द मैक्सिमम एरिया। तो साइड्स वी हैव गॉट, तो एरिया विल बी व्हाट? लेंथ इनटू ब्रेथ। सो बेसिकली लेंथ ऑफ दिस साइड PQ will be a sin theta plus s minus a cos theta, and s minus a sin theta plus a cos theta. Let's try to solve from here itself. तो a sin theta plus s minus a cos theta, क्या करें? मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा। लेट्स मल्टीप्लाई दिस थिंग। सो a इंटू एस माइनस ए साइन स्क्वायर थीटा प्लस ए स्क्वायर साइन थीटा इंटू कॉस थीटा, अच्छा, डिवाइडेड बाई 2 साइन 2 थीटा डायरेक्टली। ठीक है, ए साइन थीटा इंटू ए कॉस थीटा, सो ए स्क्वायर बाई 2 साइन ऑफ 2 थीटा, डायरेक्टली आई एम डूइंग इट फ्रॉम हियर इटसेल्फ। अच्छा, एस माइनस ए कॉस थीटा इंटू एस माइनस ए साइन थीटा, अगेन एस माइनस ए होल स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई 2 साइन ऑफ 2 थीटा। ठीक है, और लास्ट में जाके a इंटू एस माइनस ए cos square theta. तो वन बेनिफिट तो इज बेसिकली वी आर हैविंग a s minus a sin square theta and a s minus a cos square theta which is 1. तो a into s minus a बच जाएगा। टेक आउट a into s minus a कॉमन, सो वी आर हैविंग sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट जो भी सिंप्लीफिकेशन है वी हैव टू डू इट फ्रॉम हियर। सो हियर वी कैन टेक आउट sin of 2 theta कॉमन, सो दिस बिकम्स a square by 2 plus s minus a whole square divided by 2 sin of 2 theta. क्या बोलते हो? ये बचेगा। We have to maximize this thing. तो मैक्सिमम तो तभी आएगा when this is maximum and the maximum value of this thing is known to you, sin of 2 theta which is 1. ठीक है, तो एरिया मैक्सिमम फॉर मैक्सिमाइजेशन व्हाट विल हैपन? सो a into s minus a plus a square by 2 plus एरिया मैक्सिमम, एरिया मैक्सिमम फॉर मैक्सिमम एरिया दिस नीड्स टू बी 1। ये 1 हो जाएगा, मैक्सिमम वैल्यू तो मालूम है, और बाकी वैल्यूज तो ये तो a into s minus a is basically fixed values। ठीक है, so a square by 2 plus let's break this thing, so s square minus 2as plus a square, ठीक है, and this divided by 2. So there will be lots of cancellations from here. Let's see the cancellations. So here we are having as minus a square, ठीक है। अच्छा, यहां से क्या बचेगा? प्लस a square by 2 plus s square by 2 minus of 2 cancels out, minus of as प्लस ए स्क्वायर बाई 2। ठीक है, तो व्हाट आर द कैंसिलेशंस? एस प्लस एस एंड माइनस एस इज गेटिंग कैंसिल्ड। ठीक है, अच्छा, ए स्क्वायर बाई 2 प्लस ए स्क्वायर बाई 2 विच इज ए स्क्वायर, and minus a square and a square by 2, a square by 2 cancels out. तो बचेगा क्या? What is remaining? A square by 2. Option C is correct. Chalo, next question is from UGB 2018. What is the question saying? Suppose that PQ and RS are two chords of a circle intersecting at a point O, and it is given that PO is 3 centimeter, SO is 4 centimeter. Moreover, the area of triangle PQR is 7 centimeter square. We have to find the area of triangle QOS. First, we have to draw the diagram over here. ये diagram दिया गया नहीं था. This I have drawn this diagram separately. So likewise, I have considered PQ and RS to be two chords of the circle. ठीक है, and they are intersecting at the point O. Fine. PO is given to be 3 units. SO is given to be 4 units. Moreover, the area of the triangle PQR is 7 centimeter square. अच्छा, जो PQR है, typing mistake, ये POR होगा. POR. Area of POR is given to be 7 centimeter square. POR is given to be 7 centimeter square. We have to find the area of triangle QOS. This triangle. We have to find the area of this triangle. Absolutely. Very simple question. This is one of the easiest question. If you know similarity, you can solve using similar triangles over here. Very, very easy question. देखो भाई, using similar triangles, आपको ये clearly दिखाई दे रहा है कि you all know this thing, you all know the basic properties of of circles. कि ये this chord chord PS is subtending this angle and this angle. So basically these two angles are equal in a circle. PS is subtending, बोल रहा है कि PS is subtending this angle and this angle. ठीक है, so same chord is subtending, chord subtending the same angles will be equal. So this angle and this angle will be equal. Okay, and these two are basically vertically opposite angles, equal. ठीक है, ये भी थीटा है तो ये भी थीटा है. These two angles are equal and these two angles definitely has to be equal. So you all can clearly see from here these two triangles are similar triangles. आपको clearly ये चीज दिखाई देना चाहिए कि these two are basically similar triangles. So PO by SO क्या करोगे? Triangle, these two triangles are similar triangles. So PO by SO, ठीक है, ratios of the light sides are to be compared. So PO by SO, ठीक है, PO by SO is basically 3 by 4. ठीक है, and this is also equal to PR by QS, है ना, PR by QS, which is also equal to RO by OQ. This is also equal to RO by OQ. चलेगा? अच्छा, तो next what we can do, we need to find the area of triangle QOS. ठीक है, तो what I can do, let's find the ratios of POR upon QOS. Area of POR divided by triangle QOS. ठीक है, areas. Let's find the ratios of these two areas. Ratio से क्यों जाएंगे, देखना यहां से. Basically, area of triangle POR is half into base into height, half into base is, let's say, PR का, you consider the base of POR to be PR, ठीक है, into height of this triangle. यहां से एक height ले लो, you drop one perpendicular, this is the perpendicular height, ठीक है, ये perpendicular height है, क्या नाम दोगे? Suppose x, let's say, and let's say this is the perpendicular height from this, ये y मान लो suppose, ठीक है. तो हाफ इंटू बेस इंटू हाइट माने OX, और नीचे भी हाफ इंटू बेस इंटू हाइट. बेस क्या मानोगे? बेस इज बेसिकली QS, तो हाफ इंटू QS इंटू OY. चलेगा? तो हाफ एंड हाफ इज गेटिंग कैंसिल फ्रॉम हियर. अच्छा, PR by QS is given when we have found out which is 3 by 4. तो ये बच जाएगा 3 by 4 times of OX by OY. 3 by 4 times of OX by OY. ठीक है. अच्छा, ये जो OX by OY है, आपको ये चीज देखना चाहिए कि these two triangles are also similar triangles. These two triangles are also similar triangles. ठीक है, मतलब POX, triangle POX and OSY, these two triangles are similar triangles. Fine. तो ये अगर सिमिलर ट्राइंगल्स है तो देयर रेशियोज माने OX एंड OY ये भी, हाँ ये रेशियोज भी क्या हो जाएंगे, दिस इज द, ये रेशियो भी 3/4 हो जाएंगे. दिस रेशियो विल बी ऑल्सो 3/4. OX by OY कैसे, OX by, if these two triangles are similar, खुद ही सोचो, OX by OY, OX by OY is equal to, if these two triangles are similar triangles, so OX by OY is equal to OP by OS, which is 3/4. OP by OS तो दे रखा है क्वेश्चन में, मैंने वी हैव फाउंड आउट 3/4. तो ये भी क्या है 3/4 है, तो दिस इज नथिंग बट 3/4 होल स्क्वायर. सो विच इज 9/16. सो वी हैव फाउंड आउट दिस रेशियो एंड ये वैल्यू दे के रखा है क्वेश्चन में, दिस इज एक्चुअली 7. सो 7 by area of triangle QS is actually 9/16. So area of triangle QS is basically 16 times 9 by, जो भी आ रहा है भाई, 16 times 7/9. ठीक है, absolutely. What Shorodev has said is basically a concept only which you will learn in geometry. There is a direct concept for this कि a ratio of the areas is directly equal to the ratios of the square of the side. It's a direct formula which we use. आपको ये सब लिखना ही नहीं है, ये डायरेक्टली ये आपको दिखने में आना चाहिए कि ratios of the triangle you are seeing over here is a direct, the very first concept when I discuss in geometry phase 2, basically when you learn the geometry phase 2 माने formal geometry, these things are taught actually कि directly areas of the triangle POR divided by QS देखोगे, यही से डायरेक्टली बोल देना है कि 3/4 होल स्क्वायर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अच्छा, दिस वाज अ नाइस क्वेश्चन. अच्छा, लेट A greater than B greater than C and strictly greater than 0 basically, and these are basically, अच्छा, A is greater than or equal to B, there is one equality also, चलो वो भी ठीक है. These are real numbers such that for all n belongs to n natural numbers, there exists triangles of side lengths A raised to the power of n, B raised to the power of n, C raised to the power of n. You have to prove that the triangles are isosceles. ठीक है, so there exist triangles of length A raised to the power of n, B raised to the power of n, and C raised to the power of n. तो वो जो triangles है which is having the side lengths A raised to the power of n, B raised to the power of n, C raised to the power of n, where n is basically all natural numbers, you have to prove that those triangles are isosceles triangles. Those kind of triangles are isosceles triangle. तो काफी कुछ है क्वेश्चन में, देखते हैं वन बाय वन. फर्स्ट तो वी आर हैविंग दिस थिंग कि A is, first condition which they have given is A is greater than or equal to B, greater than or equal to C, and this is strictly greater than 0. ठीक है, ये चीज दे रखा है. और क्या दे रखा है, it's saying that there exists triangles of side lengths A raised to the power of n, B raised to the power of n, and C raised to the power of n. Fine. ठीक है, तो A raised to the power of n, B raised to the power of n, and C raised to the power of n forms a triangle. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to prove this using the method of contradiction here itself. ठीक है, यहाँ पे थोड़ा बहुत contradiction method use करेंगे कि assume that, let's focus on this condition, यही main condition है. Let's focus on this condition. Let's consider A is greater than B, let's say strictly more than B. We have to prove that triangles are isosceles, so basically we have to prove that these sides are equal. ठीक है, तो I'm starting with this thing. assume that A is strictly greater than B. So if A is strictly more than B, which means A is also strictly more than C, ये तो होना ही है. And by triangle inequality, we can say A raised to the power of n, sum of the two sides is what, more than the third side. So A raised to the power of n is less than B raised to the power of n plus C raised to the power of n. ये तो होना ही है. In fact, less than or equal to. हाँ, a raised to the power of n is less than or equal to b raised to the power of n plus c raised to the power of n. This follows from triangle inequality. अब यही क्यों यूज करना है भाई, ट्राइंगल है, और क्या यूज करोगे? यू आर हैविंग दीज कंडीशंस ओवर हियर, यू हैव टू यूज द बेसिक ट्राइंगल इनइक्वालिटी. Now look at this thing. So we are having all of this thing, all of these are for valid for all natural numbers, all n belongs to n. So here a raised to the power of n is a positive quantity, definitely. So if we can divide, for all n belongs to n, for all n belongs to n, if we can divide this thing, 1 less than or equal to b raised to the power of b by a raised to the power of n plus c by a raised to the power of n. We are dividing both sides by a raised to the power of n. ठीक है, हमें देखना है कि क्या ये हमेशा ट्रू होगा. विल दिस कंडीशन होल्ड फॉर ऑल वैल्यूज ऑफ n? विल दिस कंडीशन ट्रू होल्ड फॉर ऑल वैल्यूज ऑफ n? ध्यान से अगर देखोगे, एज n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी, इफ n इज वेरी लार्ज नंबर, माने एज n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी, ठीक है, एज n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी, ध्यान से देखना कि b बाई a, ये जो b बाई a क्वांटिटी है ना, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल b बाई a इज मोर देन b, तो b बाई a इज व्हाट, लेस देन 1, राइट? b बाई a इज लेस देन 1, बट b बाई a इज आल्सो मोर देन 0. ये जो रेशियो है, दिस रेशियो इज आल्सो मोर देन 0, स्ट्रिक्टली मोर देन 0 बट लेस देन 1. माने b बाई a एंड c बाई a, सेम थिंग गोस फॉर c बाई a. b बाई a एंड c बाई a lies in between 0 and 1, and anything raised to the power of means as n tends to infinity, something, a number lying in between 0 and 1, माने proper fraction, ये जानते हो, proper fraction raised to the power of infinity will tend to 0. So this quantity will tend to 0. So as this quantity tends to 0, this quantity tends to 0 as well. So both of these quantities are tending to 0. By for n tends to infinity के लिए these quantities are tending to 0, मतलब कि 1 is less than or equal to 0, और ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. This is never possible. माने for large number, very large number, for very large number n tending to infinity, 1 is less than or equal to 0, which is never possible. So which means a cannot be strictly more than b. A cannot be strictly more than b. So must definitely a has to be equal to b. Therefore a definitely has to be equal to b. ये होना ही है. a cannot be less than b, क्योंकि कंडीशन में तो दे रखा है क्वेश्चन में, a is strictly more than b. a या तो b more than b हो जाए, a is more than b, or a is equal to b. So definitely a cannot be more than b. A has to be equal to b. And if a is equal to b, then definitely a raised to the power of n is equal to b raised to the power of n for all n belongs to natural numbers. For all natural numbers, if a is equal to b, then definitely a raised to the power of n is equal to b raised to the power of n, क्योंकि n natural number है. So hence proved. This basically the triangle is isosceles triangle. The two sides are equal, which means the triangle is, therefore लिख लेना, triangle is isosceles triangle. Next question. UGA 2017 क्या बोल रहा है क्वेश्चन? A unit square has its corner chopped off to form a regular polygon with 8 sides. What is the area of this polygon? अच्छा, unit square माने square of length 1, square of side length 1. There is a unit square. ठीक है, ये unit square है. A unit square is taken and the corners are chopped off. अच्छा, the corners are chopped off. तो ये हो गया corners. Corners are chopped off. Chop. यहां से भी chopped off, यहां से भी chopped off, और यहां से भी chopped off to form a regular polygon with 8 sides. Okay, fine. ठीक है. अच्छा, यहां से जब chop off हो रहा है ना, तो one thing तो we can clearly see from here कि ये right angle triangle है. ठीक है. Suppose if this length is x, this length will be also x. If this is a right angle triangle, so this length will be what? Root over of 2x. Clearly ये हो जाएगा रूट ओवर ऑफ 2x. सिमिलरली ये भी x है, ये भी x है. सिमिलरली दिस विल बी आल्सो रूट ओवर ऑफ 2x. एंड सेम सी क्वेश्चन. ओके, टोटल लेंथ इज 1. टोटल लेंथ इज 1. अच्छा, टोटल लेंथ अगर 1 है ना, टोटल लेंथ अगर 1 है, तो ये जानते हो कि ये अगर x है, ये भी x है, तो दिस पार्ट इज व्हाट? 1 - 2x. This part is 1 minus 2x. ठीक है, this part is 1 minus 2x. We have to find what? We have to find the area of this polygon. ये वाला polygon. We have to find the area of this polygon. अच्छा, we have just figured out length of this polygon is 1 minus 2x, and this being a regular polygon, so all the sides will be 1 minus of 2x, 1 minus 2x. ठीक है. अच्छा, हमें ये लाइन, ये लेंथ भी हमें पता है, v length, we know this length because this is a regular polygon. This length is root over of 2x, and this length is also, ये क्या है, 1 minus root over of 2x. Fine. Sorry, 1 minus 2x. So this being a regular polygon, so x definitely root over of 2x, root over of 2x definitely must be equal to 1 minus 2x. ये तो होना ही है. Root over of 2x must be definitely equal to 1 minus 2x, क्योंकि polygon क्या है, regular polygon है. So we have found out one side length 1 minus 2x, and from here we know this part is root over of 2x. So from here we can figure out what is x. X क्या होगा? X will be, you write this as 2 plus root over of 2x. So this is equal to 1. ठीक है, sorry, 2 plus root over of 2 times of x, and this is equal to 1. So x will be what? 1 upon 2 plus root over of 2. So from here, what we can do, we can do a bit of simplification from here. You can do a bit of rationalization. यहाँ से 2 कॉमन ले लो. 2 कॉमन लोगे तो 1 प्लस नहीं 2 नहीं, सॉरी, रूट 2 कॉमन ले लो. So root 2 times of 1 plus root over of 2, and then simply rationalize this. So root 2 minus 1, root 2 minus 1 and root 2 minus 1 से multiply and divide करो. So this will become 1 upon root over of 2 times of, ये हो जाएगा root over of 2 minus 1, root over of 2 minus 1, नीचे हो जाएगा root over of 2 plus 1 into root over of 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 माने 2, only root 2 will be remaining, which is 1 minus 1 upon root 2. This is x. We have got x. So if you know x, so now we can find the area of this polygon with 8 sides, octagon. So area will be how much? Area will be how to find this area? Area will be area of this total side, total square minus these 4 chopped off sides. माने 4 triangles. 4 triangles. ये जो 4 triangles है, क्या करोगे? From this total square का area, you will simply subtract the area of the 4 triangles. So 1 square, area of the square क्या होगा? 1 square only. So 1 minus 4 into half into base into height. The half into x into x. ठीक है? Which is 1 minus 2 times of x square. X square क्या होगा? 1 minus 1 by root over of 2 का whole square. So this is 1 minus 2 times of 1 plus half minus of root 2. And simplify from here. So we will be having 1 minus 2 and minus of 1 plus 2 root 2. ठीक है? So 1 minus 1 cancels out. So finally we are having 2 times of root 2 minus 1. ठीक है? 2 times of root 2 minus 1. माने 2 root 2 minus 2. Option B is correct. अच्छा. So the question says, next question is from UGA 2017. The question says that 2 persons, both of height h, are standing at a distance of h from each other. The shadow of one person cast by a vertical lamp post placed between the 2 persons is double the length of the shadow of the other. If the sum of the lengths of the shadows is h, then the height of the lamppost is what? So first of all, we are having 2 persons. So likewise, 2 persons are here. One person is this and the second person is this. So 2 persons are having the same height. So ये भी h है. This height is h. This height is also h. ठीक है? And they are standing at a distance of h units. माने ये भी h है. They are standing at a distance of h units from each other. The shadow of one person cast by a vertical lamppost placed between the two persons is double the length of the shadow of the other. So there is a lamppost which is being placed in between these two persons, not exactly at the center, somewhere over here. Likewise, you have a lamppost. This lamppost is somewhere over here. Likewise, you are having a lamppost like this. ठीक है, यहाँ से ये lamppost है. अच्छा, from this lamppost, the shadow of one person cast by a vertical lamppost placed between the two persons is double the shadow of the other. तो यहाँ पे एक shadow गिरेगा, shadow create करना है आपको. अच्छा, one thing we can see from here. अच्छा, ये जो लेंथ है ना, ये लेंथ हमने क्या लिया है? दिस लेंथ इज बेसिकली h, वी नो, राइट? दिस लेंथ इज h. अच्छा, ये अगर h लेंथ है, एक पहले शेडो यहाँ पे बना लेते हैं. शेडो विल बी समवॉट लाइक दिस. ये शेडो होगा, ठीक है. एंड सिमिलरली फ्रॉम हियर इफ यू जॉइन दिस अगेन, স্ক্রিনের বাইরে বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছে, is going out of the screen over here. There is not space. ये समझ लेना, यहाँ पे शेडो है, ये शेडो है, ठीक है. दिस इज s. ये शेडो अगर s है तो ये 2s होगा, बोला है ना. The shadow of one person cast by a vertical lamppost placed between the two persons is double the length of the shadow of the other. ठीक है, तो ये अगर s है, शेडो अगर ये अगर s लेंथ है तो दिस विल बी 2s. ठीक है. अच्छा, this length is, let's say, x. This part is x. So remaining part will be how much? Remaining part will be h minus x. ठीक है. So from here we can find out some relations. और ये shadow मान लो, shadow क्या मान ले? Shadow is of length l, let's say. Shadow is of length l. ठीक है. So how many things are there? So one by one we are going to use similar triangle का relation from here. ठीक है. These two triangles are similar triangle. अच्छा, one thing we can see from here, the sum of the lengths of the shadows is h. The sum of the length of the shadows is h. मतलब क्या है कि s plus 2s is h. S plus 2s is given to be h. माने 3s is h. So s is what? h by 3. S can be converted in terms of h. So s is basically h by 3 और 2s is basically 2h by 3. ठीक है, चलेगा. तो नेक्स्ट क्या करो? सिमिलर कंडीशन, सिमिलर ट्राइंगल्स के लिए कंडीशंस ये करो. जस्ट कंपेयर द लाइक रेशियोज ओवर हियर. लाइकवाइज हियर फॉर द फर्स्ट ट्राइंगल दीस टू ट्राइंगल्स आर सिमिलर. ठीक है, तो छोटे वाले का बेस इज बेसिकली h by 3 डिवाइडेड बाय स्मॉलर ट्राइंगल का बेस डिवाइडेड बाय बिगर ट्राइंगल का बेस, माने h by 3 plus x. ठीक है, इज इक्वल टू h by l. So from here we can find one relation from here. Here h and h cancels out, so we are left out with l by 3. L by 3 is equal to h by 3 plus x. So from here we can solve for x. X is basically l minus h upon 3. So this is one relation we are obtaining. Next what we can do is, for these two triangles similarly we can find, so 2h छोटे वाले का बेस डिवाइडेड बाय बड़ा वाला बेस, माने 2h by 3 plus h minus x is equal to h by l. ठीक है, so 2l, again h and h cancels out, 2l is equal to 2h 2l by 3 is equal to 2h by 3 plus h minus x. ठीक है, so 3 से एक मल्टीप्लाई भी किया जा सकता है. So 2l is equal to 2h plus 3h minus 3x. What is x? X will be, अच्छा 2l, ये प्रॉब्लम है नहीं, 2h plus 3h माने 5h minus 3x. So 5h minus 2l divided by 3. This is second condition, second relation which we are obtaining. अब नेक्स्ट क्या करना है, ये भी x है, ये भी x है, सो बोथ कैन बी इक्वल. सो सिंपली इक्वेट दिस एंड यू विल फाइंड व्हाट इज द हाइट ऑफ द लैम्प पोस्ट. हमें तो l चाहिए ना, वी वांट l. सो सिंपली इक्वेट दीस टू. सो वी आर हैविंग l minus h by 3 is equal to 5h minus 2l upon 3. So 3l by 3 and 3 cancels out from here. So l minus h is equal to 5h minus of 2l. तो यहाँ से 3l is equal to 6h, sorry, and so l will be equal to 2h. L will be equal to 2h. So option B is correct. Next question from UGA 2017. क्या बोल रहा है क्वेश्चन में? If f such that -1 to 1 to r be a function, we such that f of sine of x by 2 is sin x plus cos x for all x belongs to minus pi to pi. We have to find the value of f of 3 by 5. अच्छा, f of sin x by 2 is given. f of x है नहीं, f of sin x by 2 is given. ठीक है. अब आप बोलोगे sin x by 2 is equal to 3 by 5, then what are the values of x then? How will we figure out the values of x then? Sin x by 2 is, if suppose f of 3 by 5 they have asked for, so f of sin x is equal to f of 3 by 5 means if sin x is equal to 3 by 5, then how will you search for x then? एक चीज है ना, यही तो मेन चीज है. तो करना क्या है, बेसिकली यू हैव टू ब्रिंग द राइट हैंड साइड इन टर्म्स ऑफ sin x by 2, मेक इट अ फंक्शन ऑफ sin x by 2. right hand side needs to be made a function of sin x by 2 only. माने f of sin x by 2 is equal to right hand side we have to bring sin of x by 2. ठीक है. अच्छा, sin x plus cos x, sin x can be written as 2 sin theta cos theta, माने 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. हाँ, तो 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2, and cos x by 2 we can write cos x by 2 as root over of 1 minus sin square x by 2. And this cos x is basically 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2. This becomes a function of sin of x by 2. One more step I'm writing. We can write this cos x by 2 as root over of 1 minus sin square x by 2 and plus 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2. This becomes a function of sin of x by 2 only. ठीक है. So more of a manipulative type question. So this right hand side becomes a function of sin of x by 2. So now what we can do, we can write this sin of x by 2 as t. ये t वगैरह कुछ मान लो, तो f of t is equal to f of t, the function will become f of t is equal to 2t into root over of 1 minus t square plus 1 minus 2t square. हो गया ना. तो ये फंक्शन है. Now we have the reduced version of the function because the right hand side now are in terms of sin x by 2 only. So f of t, now simply replace the value of t by 3 by 5 जो पूछा है. So 2 into 3 by 5 into root over of 1 minus, अच्छा, root over of 1 minus 9 by 25 माने 16 by 25 माने 4 by 5 plus 1 minus 2 into 9 by 25. अच्छा, ओके. तो ये क्या आ रहा है बेसिकली 626/25. ये हो जाएगा 25 ना, 25 and 18 और 6/25. 6/25 plus 1. So basically we are having 25 plus 6 which is 31/25. Option B is correct. Then next question, once again let us solve this question. Next question is from UGB 2017. Question says the sequence an is given. An is tan of n theta, tan theta is 2. We have to show that for all n, an is a rational number which can be written with an odd denominator. This is a very easy question, and now you can see that every year or every alternative year you are getting questions from induction. So induction, principle of mathematical induction is a very important chapter, and you are bound to get one question at least every year. You will definitely get one question from induction, mostly from sequences. तो ये सीक्वेंस दे रखा है, आपको क्या करना है, यू हैव टू प्रूव दैट an इज अ रैशनल नंबर व्हिच कैन बी रिटन विद एन ऑड डिनोमिनेटर. तो an इज, क्या करेंगे, इंडक्शन ही यूज करेंगे. फॉर n इज इक्वल टू 1, a1 विल बी, a1 क्या हो जाएगा, a1 विल बी tan ऑफ थीटा, एंड tan ऑफ थीटा दे हैव गिवन व्हिच इज 2/1, व्हिच इज, अब ये तो रैशनल नंबर ही है, ये एक रैशनल नंबर है, दिस इज अ रैशनल नंबर एंड दिस कैन बी रिटन विद एन ऑड डिनोमिनेटर. कैसे, ये जो 1 है, 1 तो ऑड नंबर है, ये ऑड नंबर है, सो डेफिनेटली दिस कैन बी रिटन विद एन ऑड डिनोमिनेटर. ठीक है, फिर क्या करोगे, फिर क्या होता है, n इज इक्वल टू k के लिए, a k क्या हो जाएगा, a k विल बी tan ऑफ k थीटा, tan ऑफ k थीटा. ठीक है, मान लेते कि सपोज मान लेते tan of k theta is an tan of k theta can be also, this belongs to q and can be, मतलब p, this can be written in the form of p by q form. मान लेते कि ये भी रैशनल नंबर है, ठीक है, वेयर q is odd, मान लेते सपोज. ठीक है, तो n इज इक्वल टू a k+1 के लिए क्या हो जाएगा, a k+1, a k+1 विल बी tan of k+1 थीटा, tan of k+1 थीटा. अब करना क्या है, tan of k+1 थीटा मींस tan of k थीटा प्लस थीटा. Now simply use tan of a plus b, so tan of k theta plus tan theta divided by 1 minus tan of k theta into tan of theta. अब tan of k theta मालूम है, tan of k theta is p by q plus tan of theta is 2 upon 1 minus tan of k theta which is p by q, so 2p by q basically, tan of k theta times of tan theta is 2p by q. ठीक है, अब p by q ये हमने मान लिया कि p by q इज रैशनल नंबर, तो है ही, p by q तो रैशनल है ही, ये भी रैशनल है, तो रैशनल प्लस रैशनल ये तो रैशनल होगा ही. ठीक है, सिमिलरली 1 माइनस रैशनल ये भी रैशनल होगा. अच्छा, 2p 1 माइनस इवन ऑड नंबर, 2p by q इज इवन नंबर, तो 1 माइनस इवन ऑड नंबर, नीचे वाला ऑड है, रैशनल वाला फॉर्मेट है, ये रैशनल वाला फॉर्मेट है, माने p by q वाला फॉर्मेट है, तो रैशनल है, माने दिस बिलोंग्स टू q बेसिकली. शॉर्ट फॉर्म में लिख दोगे दिस बिलोंग्स टू q, रैशनल भी है और नीचे वी आर हैविंग एन ऑड डिनोमिनेटर. सो डेफिनेटली यूजिंग प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मैथमेटिकल इंडक्शन, लास्ट में लिख लेना ये स्टेप, यूजिंग प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मैथमेटिकल इंडक्शन वी हैव प्रूव दैट an is a rational number which can be written with an odd denominator. Simple question था, one of the easiest question. So now let's move on to question number, next question is from UGA 2016. क्या बोल रहा है, consider a circle of unit radius and a chord of that circle has unit length. Okay, the area of the largest triangle that can be inscribed in the circle with that chord as its base is how much? One by one. So we have a circle of unit radius. So we have a circle, ठीक है, of unit radius. When radius is 1 unit, fine. And a chord of that circle that has unit length. अच्छा, when radius भी 1 unit, radius is 1 unit, and chord is also 1 unit. ये chord भी 1 unit का ही है, ठीक है, तो chord भी 1 unit का है. तो this triangle is an isosceles, sorry, equilateral triangle over here. रेडियस भी 1 यूनिट, कॉर्ड लेंथ भी 1 यूनिट. अब बोल रहा है कि द एरिया ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट ट्राइंगल दैट कैन बी इंस्क्राइब्ड इन दिस ट्राइंगल, सॉरी इन दिस सर्कल विद दैट कॉर्ड एज इट्स बेस. तो ये कॉर्ड बेस बना रहेगा, ठीक है. यू हैव टू फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट ट्राइंगल which can be inscribed in this circle where this chord will remain as the base of the triangle. तो एक तो ट्राइंगल ये हो सकता है, देयर कैन बी मेनी सच ट्राइंगल, लेकिन आपको वो ट्राइंगल बनाना है विद द बेस. देयर कैन बी मेनी सच ट्राइंगल्स लाइक दिस, देयर कैन बी वन ट्राइंगल, ठीक है, ये बेस बना रहेगा. यू हैव टू टेक द एरिया, फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ दैट ट्राइंगल, लार्जेस्ट ट्राइंगल, विद दिस बीइंग द बेस, ठीक है. तो वो कब होगा, this triangle. When you consider this triangle, you will have the area largest when the height is maximum. हाँ, when the height is maximum. When the height is maximum, ये जब हो जाएगा ना, this height, then you will find the area to be the largest. ठीक है, ये ट्राइंगल नाम दे दो सपोज ABC. So we have to find out the area of this triangle. अच्छा, this तो you all can clearly see from here. This is an equilateral triangle over here, right? मतलब ये टोटल क्या है, 60 डिग्री है. If total is 60 degree, then this much is what, 30 degrees. This much is 30 degrees. अच्छा, ये लेंथ क्या होगा, ये भी 1 होगा. This length is 1 unit. हाँ, this length is what, 1 unit, क्योंकि ये भी रेडियस है. This is radius. This will be also radius. अच्छा, तो one thing we can figure out from here is this length. If we know this triangle, ये 90 है, ठीक है, तो we can figure out this length. ये 30 है, तो this length is basically cos 30. तो 1 cos 30, 1 cos 30 is √3/2, and this length is what, 1 sin 30. This length is 1 sin 30. So 1 sin 30 is basically half. So we can figure out these lengths, right? तो ये हाफ है, ये हाफ है, और ये टोटल क्या है, 1 यूनिट है, तो ये भी हाफ ही होगा. अच्छा, तो हमें क्या मिल गया. नाउ वी कैन फाइंड आउट द एरिया ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल. एरिया ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल, एरिया ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल विल बी हाफ इंटू बेस इंटू हाइट. तो एरिया ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल विल बी हाफ इंटू बेस, बेस बोले तो 1 इंटू हाइट. हाइट क्या होगा, 1 प्लस √3/2. 1 प्लस √3/2. तो हाफ प्लस √3/4. हाफ प्लस √3/4. ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. ए ना, सी is correct. Half plus √3/4. Let P be a 12-sided regular polygon and T be an equilateral triangle with its incircle having radius 1. If the area of P is the same as the area of T, then the length of the side of P is how much? So one by one. First of all, we are having P to be a 12-sided regular polygon. So P जो है, P is a regular 12-sided regular polygon over here. So we have a 12-sided polygon over here, somewhat like this. एक general polygon बना लेते हैं ऐसे. We can simply draw all of the sides, and we have the center will be somewhat like this. ठीक है. And here we have a regular polygon. Join कर लेते हैं ये. ठीक है. So likewise, 12 such triangles will be there. So we have to find the area. We'll find area of one such triangle, and then simply we'll multiply the that with 12. Okay. The angle at the center will be how much? 30 degrees each. ये होगा 30 each. ठीक है. ये 30 होगा. अच्छा, height क्या होगा? This height is, let's say, h for instance. This height is h. अच्छा, ये अगर ये this height is h, ये अगर 30 है, तो this will be what, 15 degrees. This will be 15 degrees. ठीक है. अच्छा, ये लेंथ मान लेते L units. L units माने this will be L units. Let's say this length is L units. So this much length is L/2 units. तो h is technically L/2 times of, can I say h is L/2 times of है ना, perpendicular by base. माने can I say L/2 times of cot 15. Cos ना, cot. तो this will be L/2 times of cot 15. तो डेल्टा, you have got h, तो डेल्टा क्या होगा भाई? डेल्टा will be half 12 into 12 times of half into base into height. तो half into base बोलो तो L, sorry, base बोलो तो L/2 times of half into L times of L/2 times of cot of 15 degrees. Yes, half into L times of L/2 times of half into base into height. Height is now L/2 times of cot 15. So we are having this. So this is how much? This is we can simplify this thing. ये हो जाएगा 6 और ये 3. So 3L square cot 15. This is 3L square cot 15. What is this? Area of the regular polygon, 12-sided regular polygon. Next we have the triangle. Next we have this equilateral triangle over here. Now let's focus on this equilateral triangle. There is one equilateral triangle with its incircle having radius 1 unit. मतलब जिस जो incircle है, incircle is having radius of 1 unit. अच्छा, मतलब आप तो ये जानते हो कि in for equilateral triangle whatever is in center, circumcenter and all of them will coincide. ठीक है, हाँ. So basically for this equilateral triangle, if this is 1 unit, so remaining length is what? 2 units. The remaining length will be 2 units. और ये A है और ये 60 डिग्री है. तो एक काम कर सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे आप फॉर्मूला डायरेक्टली यू कैन यूज का फॉर्मूला. ये लेंथ मालूम है 3 है, ठीक है. तो व्हाट वी कैन से A √3/2 इज इक्वल टू 3 बोल सकते हैं. A √3/2 is equal to 3, which means A is equal to 2√3. So here from we have got the length of this side. यहां से डेल्टा मिल जाएगा, डेल्टा ऑफ दिस इक्विलैटरल ट्राइंगल, डेल्टा ऑफ दिस इक्विलैटरल माने एरिया ऑफ दिस इक्विलैटरल ट्राइंगल विल बी √3/4 A square. ठीक है, तो डायरेक्टली यहां से बोल देते हैं कि √3/4, 4 into 3, 4 and 4 cancels out, so we are having 3√3. So directly अब यहां से देखो डेल्टा we have got. Now what they have asked to find the length of the side of P. So now तो you all can simply find from here. ये डेल्टा of this equilateral triangle we have got, and तो यहां से आपको मिल जाएगा लेंथ मिल जाएंगे. यहां से देखो 3L square, एरिया बोला है ना सेम, एरिया ऑफ P एंड एरिया ऑफ T आर द सेम. सो 3L square cot of 15 is equal to 3√3. So from here 3 and 3 cancels out. So L will be root over of √3 times of tan of 15 degrees. ठीक है, तो ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. अच्छा, UGB 2016, दिस इज अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. देखो क्वेश्चन देखो, read the question. What is the question saying? Let D be a positive integer. Prove that there exists a right angle triangle with rational sides and area equal to D if and only if there exists an arithmetic progression x square, y square, z square of squares of rational numbers whose common difference is D. ठीक है, understand the meaning of the question because most of the students have actually given the incomplete solution for this question. ठीक है, I'll give you the proper solution to to get the full marks for this question. एक बोल रहा है कि D भी a positive integer, fine. D belongs to Z plus. ये दे रखा है क्वेश्चन में, D belongs to Z plus. Prove that there exists a right angle triangle with rational sides and area equal to D if and only if there exists an arithmetic progression x square, y square, z square of squares of rational numbers whose common difference is D. तो करना क्या है, आपको प्रूफ करना है. यू हैव टू प्रूव दैट देयर एग्जिस्ट वन राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल whose sides are rational numbers. Also the area of the triangle will be equal to D. माने D बोले तो कॉमन डिफरेंस. ठीक है, with a condition that there exists some arithmetic progression x square, y square, z square of rational numbers. तो D belongs to Z plus is given. चलेगा. प्रूफ क्या करना है, AP एग्जिस्ट करना चाहिए. टू थिंग्स वी हैव टू प्रूव. एरिया एक तो एरिया प्रूफ करना है, वी हैव टू प्रूव एरिया पार्ट. ठीक है, एंड ऑल्सो देयर एग्जिस्ट एन arithmetic progression x square, y square, z square. अच्छा, suppose there exists an AP. Suppose there exists an AP x square, y square, z square with common difference equal to D. ठीक है, what else is given और क्या दे रखा है कि x y z XYZ belongs to Q. XYZ belongs to Q. If you carefully see 2D is basically, because since this is actually in AP, so can I say 2D is Z square minus X square? ठीक है, 2D is Z square minus X square. So D is what? D will be half times of Z plus X into Z minus X. यहां से एक तो ये फीलिंग हो रहा है ना आपको. Can you get this feeling of half times of half into base into height, वाला फीलिंग है कि नहीं? You are having a half into base into height वाला feeling. So definitely you can get the idea how to construct the triangle from here. माने ये आपने ये जो प्रूफ किया ना, हाफ इंटू बेस इंटू माने हाफ इंटू Z plus X and Z minus X. तो one thing तो we can clearly get one idea of how to construct the triangle from here. ये Z plus X है और ये Z minus X ले लो. The triangle can be constructed in this way. Okay. Now perpendicular and base. Here perpendicular and base are rational numbers. What we are supposed to prove is, we are supposed to prove that the hypotenuse is rational number next. Okay. So Z plus X and Z minus X, these two are rational numbers. No problem with this. Perpendicular and base are rational numbers. We have to prove that the hypotenuse is also rational number. और ये प्रूफ हो जाएगा क्योंकि hypotenuse is, देखो, what is the hypotenuse? Root over of Z plus X whole square plus Z minus X whole square. ठीक है, which is root over of 2 times of Z square plus X square. ये हो जाएगा hypotenuse. ठीक है, हमें ये करना क्यों है? Why we are supposed to do this? अरे प्रूफ करना है ना. There exists a right angle triangle with rational sides. There exists a right angle triangle with rational sides and area equal to D. तो area equal to D तो आपने we have proved from here itself. Area equal to D you have proved from here itself. D is half into Z plus X into Z minus X. तो एक ट्राइंगल होगा जहां पे परपेंडिकुलर इज Z plus X and base is Z minus X. तो D तो यही से ही प्रूव हो गया. Okay, and the remaining part, what we are proving is there exists a right angle triangle with rational sides. This is what we are proving. माने आप ये प्रूव कर दो Z plus X is definitely rational because we have considered X, Y, Z to be rationals. ठीक है, we have considered X, Y, Z to be rational. So Z plus X is definitely rational. Z minus X is also rational. We have to prove that the hypotenuse is rational. और वो हो जाएगा क्योंकि रूट ओवर ऑफ 2 times of Z square plus X square. अब यहां से देखो Z square plus X square. One thing we know, X square, Y square, Z square. We have considered X square plus Y, X square, Z, Y square and Z square are in AP. So we can clearly say from here, Z square plus X square is equal to क्या 2Y square by the condition of AP. Z square plus X square is what? 2Y square. ठीक है, तो root over of this we can write this as root over of 2Y square, and root over of 2Y square is 2Y, which is once again a rational number. Which is once again a rational number. Now we have proved that. So we have proved that the hypotenuse is rational number. ये हो गया. So हमने क्या प्रूफ किया? So given an AP, a square of rational number whose common difference is D, we are able to construct a right angle triangle with all rational sides and whose area is also D. यहां से area मिल जाएगा, यही तो है. D is basically यही तो है area. And we were able to construct the right angle triangle with rational sides, जहां पे Z plus X, Z minus X is rational and the hypotenuse is 2Y, which is also rational. We were able to construct a right angle triangle with all rational sides whose area is D. But this is the proof what students will do. अब यहां से आगे बढ़ना है. If and only if they have said, listen, you have to prove that there exists a right angle triangle with rational sides and area equal to D if and only if there exists an arithmetic progression X square, Y square, Z square. There exists an arithmetic progression if and only if, focus on this word, if and only if. There exists an arithmetic progression. Now what you have to prove, you have to prove the converse of this statement. तभी आपको फुल मार्क्स मिलेंगे. ये तो हाफ मार्क्स देगा आपको. you have to prove the converse of this statement, kind of, कि after assuming there exists, आप मान के चलो, you have proved what? You have proved that there exists a triangle with rational sides. With rational sides, you have proved the triangle. You have proved that we were able to construct a triangle with all rational sides and whose area is D. Now you assume that there exists a triangle with all rational sides, fine, and then we will prove that there exists an AP of squares of all rational numbers with common difference D. उल्टा जाना है अभी, समझ पा रहे हो ना what I'm trying to say? अब नेक्स्ट स्टेप में क्या करोगे? यूजिंग द कन्वर्स, कन्वर्स में क्या करोगे? यू विल प्रूव दैट देयर इज अ ट्राइंगल, ट्राइंगल तो है, नाउ यू कैन कंस्ट्रक्ट रैशनल्स ऑफ द स्क्वायर्स, समझ पा रहे हो ना? नेक्स्ट वी कैन कंस्ट्रक्ट रैशनल स्क्वायर्स ऑफ द रैशनल नंबर्स, काइंड ऑफ, यू कैन से। अभी ट्राइंगल दे दिया गया है, देयर एग्जिस्ट अ ट्राइंगल वी नो, देन वी कैन प्रूव दैट इन द कन्वर्स पार्ट, वी कैन प्रूव दैट there exists an AP of the squares of rational numbers with common difference D. अब वो वाला पार्ट प्रूव करना है, then only you can complete this proof. So the next part is basically, next part is, so given an AP, क्या बोलोगे? अच्छा नहीं, ये लैंग्वेज नहीं, not given an AP. Assume that, next, assume that there exists a right angle triangle, ठीक है, right angle triangle with all rational sides. Now we are proving the converse basically with all rational sides, ठीक है? मान लो likewise this is the right angle triangle with the rational sides A, B, C. Here A, B and C belongs to Q, ठीक है? We have to prove that there exists an AP. What we will prove? We will prove that there exists an AP of squares of the rational numbers with common differences equal to D. समझ पा रहे हो ना? माने D इज इक्वल टू, D क्या होगा फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, ठीक है, ये लिख लो पहले, टू प्रूव क्या बोला मैंने? देयर एग्जिस्ट, टू प्रूव देयर एग्जिस्ट एन AP of squares of rational, we have to prove that there exists an AP of squares of rational number with common difference equal to D, ठीक है? अच्छा, what is D? D is basically the area. We'll take the help of this, ठीक है? अब D हमें एरिया, D area is now given. अब D area है, तो area for this triangle will be half into base into height, तो half into A into B, तो half AB, ठीक है? Also we can figure out one more relation from this triangle. C will be how much? C will be root over of A square plus B square, which is also rational. Q, since we have considered A, B, C to be rational, so C is root over of A square plus B square belongs to Q. Okay, fine. Now there comes the main step. How will you show that there exists an AP of squares of rational number? How will you show that there exists a AP of rational number? ये आपको ध्यान से सोचना है, करना है. Listen to this part very carefully. What I am considering, you have to show that, माने x, y और z आप कुछ मान लो. शो क्या करना है? What you have to show? कि there exists some rational number, squares of rational number whose common difference is D. ठीक है? So you construct three rational numbers x, y, z. Look at the construction. So construct three rational numbers. Construct three rational numbers. X is equal to, ध्यान से देखना, x is equal to a minus b by 2, y is equal to c by 2, and z is equal to a plus b by 2. Construct three rational numbers. X is equal to a minus b by 2, y is c by 2, and z is a plus b by 2. Definitely these are rational numbers. X, Y, Z also belongs to Q because A, B and C belongs to Q. ठीक है. Observe the squares of these rational numbers. I have constructed three rational numbers, X to be A minus B by 2, Y to be C by 2, and Z to be A plus B by 2. Q. Why we have done this? Observe the squares of these rational numbers, A minus B whole square. Observe the squares. Proof क्या करना है? Proof क्या करना है? There exists an AP of squares of rationals with common differences equal to D. हाँ, तो A minus B whole square, देखो, look at the square very carefully. Observe the squares. ठीक है, consider the squares. Consider the squares. Squares अगर ध्यान से देखोगे, A minus B whole square, C minus C by 2 whole square, and A plus B by 2 whole square. If you see the squares over here, तो ये देखना कि ये हम क्या प्रूफ करेंगे कि दिस इज एन AP. द स्क्वायर्स ऑफ दीज रैशनल्स आर इन AP. ठीक है, विथ कॉमन डिफरेंस D. कैसे? देखो, C by, just see the difference over here. Is the common difference D? C square by 4 minus A minus B whole square. पहले ये वाला देखेंगे, फिर ये वाला देखेंगे. We'll see that, we'll prove that the common difference is D. तो A minus B by 2 whole square. तो क्या होगा? C minus A square minus B square plus 2AB divided by 4. And we know from the previous thing, we know कि C is basically root over of A square plus B square. ये बोलो कि ये बोलो, C is root over of A square plus B square बोलो कि C square is equal to A square plus B square बोलो, है ना? तो C square is A square plus B square, A square plus B square and A square plus B square will cancel out. क्या बचेगा? AB by 4, 2, sorry, AB by 2, which is D. यही तो D है ना, यही तो D है. D is half AB. Similarly, see this difference over here. So A plus B whole square by 4 minus of C square by 4. ये क्या आएगा? A square plus B square plus 2AB minus of C square divided by 4, which is AB by 2. Again, similarly. समझ पा रहे हो ना? ये C square है, C square and C square will cancel out. Got it? तो ये D है. So all of these things are what? Having a common difference of D. Hence we have proved that ये क्या है? What is this? This is an AP of squares of rational numbers with common difference of D. So we are done. यही प्रूफ करना था. So we have proved that this is an AP of squares of rational number with a common difference of D. Next question. आ जाओ next question पे. Let ABC be the sides of a triangle and capital ABC be the angles opposite to these sides. That's the standard convention which we know in solutions of triangle. If sine of A minus B is A upon A plus B sine A cos B minus B upon A plus B cos A sine B, we have to prove that the triangle is isosceles. Very easy question. Simply use the, simplify this thing and simply use the basic formulas and you will prove it basically. देखो क्या करेंगे? Sine of A minus B is there. So sine of A minus B माने sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. And right hand side we are having A upon A plus B sine A cos B minus B upon A plus B cos A sine B. So left hand side what we can say? Sine A cos B. We have sine A cos B here and we have sine A cos B here. So sine A cos B into 1 minus A upon A plus B is equal to cos A sine B. Similarly, take this on the right hand side. So cos A sine B into 1 minus B upon A plus B. ये हो गया. So left hand side we are having sine A cos B. Once you simplify this bracket, so A and A cancels out. So we are having B upon A plus B. And right hand side we are having cos A sine B. So A plus B minus B. So A upon A plus B. Okay. So A plus B and A plus B cancel from both the sides here. Acha, sin A cos B and sin A cos B times of B. So what I do, I write cos B. I keep all the B terms on the left hand side and A terms on the right hand side. Mane B terms on one side and A terms on one side. So B upon cos B. Now b upon sin b is equal to cos a times of a upon sin a. Why we do this? From the sine rule, we know that a upon sin a equals to b upon sin b equals to c upon sin c is equal to 2r. तो ये भी 2r, ये भी 2r cancels out. So cos a is equal to cos b, means a is equal to b. Hence proved. You know that a and b are lying in between what? A and b lies in between 0 and pi, strictly lies in between 0 and pi. So definitely, if cos a is equal to cos b, then definitely this means a is equal to b. Here a and b are angles of the triangle. Chalo, next question is from UGA 2015. Question is saying that two sides of a triangle are of length 2 centimeter and 3 centimeters. Then the maximum possible area in centimeter square of the triangle is how much? So one triangle is there. देखो कितना simple question है. One triangle is there which is having the side lengths, two sides of the triangle are 2 centimeter and 3 centimeter. We have to find the maximum possible area. So angle enclosed between them is, let's say, theta. We have to maximize the area, and we know the formula for area, which is half into half BC sin A, या फिर half product of two consecutive sides and multiplied by the sine of angle enclosed between them. So half BC माने half 2 into 3 into sin theta. This is the area, and we have to maximize this. So to maximize this thing, what is the maximum value? Maximum value is basic maximum value of this area. We can maximize this thing if sin theta is maximum. When sin theta is maximum, area will be maximum, and the maximum value of sin theta is what? 1. Area will be how much? Area will be half into 2 times of 3. Once again 2 and 2 cancels out, so area will be, maximum area will be 3 in this case. Maximum area will be 3 in this case. You can even solve this question if you have the practice. You can solve this question right without picking up the pen. Simply you can solve this question. So option C is correct. Next question. Next question once again from the same year, UGA 2015. Let A, B and C be the angles of a triangle. Suppose that tan A and tan B are the roots of this equation x square minus 8x plus 5 is equal to 0. We have to find the value of cos square C minus 8 cos C sin C plus 5 sin square C. So what is given first? Tan A and tan B are the roots of this equation. So the moment you see the roots, first of all using Vieta's formula, sum of roots and product of the roots, because here we are having a quadratic. So first thing which will come to your mind is sum of roots and product of the roots. Tan of A plus tan of B, sum of roots. Sum of root is what? Minus B by A. Minus B by A means 8. है ना? And product of the roots means tan A times of tan B. So tan A times of tan B will give you C by A means 5. Sum of roots and product of the roots. चलेगा? अच्छा, we have tan A plus tan B, we have tan A times of tan B. So definitely first relation which will come to your mind is what? Tan A plus B. ठीक है? Q tan A plus B. Also you are having one more thing over here, that ABC are being the angles of a triangle. तो जो A plus B है, A plus B is basically pi minus C. Here ABC are angles of a triangle, माने A plus B plus C is pi. So A plus B is pi minus C. So from there we can figure out the value of C. Tan C basically. So tan of A plus B is tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. तो tan A plus tan B बोले तो 8 divided by 1 minus 5. ठीक है, तो this is minus 4, so this is minus 2. So tan A plus B is minus 2, and tan A plus B, just now I have said tan A plus B is the same as pi minus C here. So pi minus C is minus 2, and tan pi minus theta is minus tan theta. So tan C is what? 2. Tan C is what? 2. ठीक है, we have got the value of tan C. So tan C मिल जाए, so basically we can construct a triangle and figure out the remaining values. Like tan C is माने perpendicular by base is 2, so perpendicular by base माने 2, and this is base is 1. ठीक है, और बाकी आपको मिल जाएगा. यहाँ से क्या आएगा? √3 आएगा. Hypotenuse will be √3. So what we can see from here is, now we can figure out, sorry, √5. ये आएगा √5. My bad, sorry. So what we can see from here is, we will वी कैन फाइंड द रिमेनिंग वैल्यूज फ्रॉम हियर, माने sin थीटा एंड cos थीटा, माने cos c एंड sin c, क्योंकि यहाँ पे टोटल कंप्लीटली दे हैव गिवन, दे हैव आस्क्ड टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ cos स्क्वायर c minus 8 cos c sin c. सो sin c मिल जाएगा, सो sin c cos c will be how much? Cos c will be 1 by root 3, 1 by root 5, sorry, 1 by root 5, तो 1 by root 5 whole square minus 8 times of 1 by root 5 cos c into sin c माने 2 by root 5, ठीक है, एंड प्लस 5 times of sin square c माने 5 times of 4 by 5, sin square c माने 4 by 5, 2 by root 5 whole square, and now simply calculate this thing. LCM in the नीचे तो you are having 5, तो बाकी आप लोग सॉल्व कर लो यहाँ पे. And one more thing, अच्छा, one more question can this question can strike to your mind कि ये cos c into sin c, ये जो चीज है cos c and sin c, how do we know that tan c is here, tan c is 2, cos c into sin c, बोलो कि cos c and sin c can be negative, ठीक है. वैसे भी यहाँ पे देखो cos c into sin c नेगेटिव इंटू नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा, because sin c is positive, which means that cos c और sin c both can be negative also, ठीक ना. नेगेटिव बाई नेगेटिव विल बिकम पॉजिटिव. बेसिकली हियर अगर वैसे भी देखोगे, इफ यू कन्वर्ट cos एंड sin इन टर्म्स ऑफ tan तो वो पॉजिटिव ही आएगा. जस्ट कन्वर्ट cos एंड sin इन टर्म्स ऑफ tan तो वो पॉजिटिव ही आपको मिलेगा. यू विल गेट द पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज ओनली. सो एनीवेज this will not affect here, and simply this will be positive only. And one more reason can be like what Shododeep is saying ki tan c is positive only in which region, 0 to pi by 2 and pi to 3 pi by 2, ठीक है. तो ये जो वैल्यू आएगा ना, दिस विल बी इन बिटवीन 0 to pi by 2 ओनली एंड नॉट pi to 3 pi by 2, क्योंकि pi to 3 pi by 2 में एंगल्स ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल विल नॉट एग्जिस्ट. एनीवेज, सो हियर वी आर हैविंग 1 by root 5 होल स्क्वायर. ये कैलकुलेट कर लो भाई जो भी आ रहा है. आई थिंक दिस विल बी आंसर विल बी ऑप्शन बी यू आर सेइंग. ओके, 1. आई थिंक 5 by 5 आएगा. देखो 1 by 5, सो 1 minus 16 प्लस यहाँ पे, अच्छा डोंट कैंसिल, 1 minus 16, ठीक है, 1 minus 16 और प्लस यहाँ पे 20, ठीक है, तो 5 by 5, 5 by 5 विच इज 1. ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. आ जाओ यूजीबी क्वेश्चन. यूजीबी क्वेश्चन एंड वन ऑफ द सिंपलेस्ट क्वेश्चन. देखो क्या बोल रहा है. 3 सर्कल्स ऑफ यूनिट रेडियस टेंजेंशियली टच ईच अदर इन द प्लेन. कंसिडर द ट्राइंगल enclosing them such that each side of the triangle is tangential to 2 of these circles. पिक्चर दे के रखा है. फाइंड द लेंथ ऑफ ईच साइड ऑफ द ट्राइंगल. ठीक है, आई होप द क्वेश्चन इज क्लियर. करना क्या है यहां पे. whenever, remember, whenever here we are having 3 touching circles, whenever we have touching circles na, always you join center to center. याद रखना, when we learn circles and when we do circles or when we do geometry, like geometry phase 3, you will see that when we have touching circles, always it is better to, you know, join the center to center. But let us see what are the conclusions we can make from here. ठीक है, तो first of all, this triangle is an equilateral triangle, क्योंकि ये टेंजेंट्स है. ऑल दीज आर टेंजेंट्स, माने दिस लेंथ, दिस लेंथ, दिस लेंथ, दिस लेंथ, ऑल ऑफ देम आर इक्वल. टेंजेंट्स ड्रॉन टू एंड ड्रॉन फ्रॉम एक्सटर्नल पॉइंट टू अ सर्कल आर ऑलवेज इक्वल इन लेंथ. तो ये क्या है, टेंजेंट्स है. ऑल ऑफ दीज आर टेंजेंट्स, ठीक है. तो दिस इज एन इक्विलैटरल ट्राइंगल, मींस ईच ऑफ दीज एंगल्स आर व्हाट, 60 डिग्रीज. ईच ऑफ दीज एंगल्स विल बी 60 डिग्रीज, ठीक है. अच्छा, तो फर्स्ट थिंग व्हाट डिड आई से, join all of them. Join means join the center, center to center पहले join कर लो. Let's join the center to center of these 2 triangles here, ठीक है. अब ये डाल के रखा है कि these circles are unit circles, माने unit radius, they are having radius 1 unit, माने ये भी 1 है, ये भी 1 है. अच्छा, तो ये रेडियस है, ये रेडियस है, चलेगा, परपेंडिकुलर है. अच्छा, ऑल ऑफ देम आर हैविंग 60 डिग्रीज ईच. तो यहां से अगर ज्वाइन किया जाए, दिस विल बी 30 डिग्रीज, दिस विल बी 30 डिग्रीज, ठीक है. and you consider this to be x, let's say. Yes, ये भी ज्वाइन कर लो, ये भी ज्वाइन कर लो, ये 30 है, ये भी 30 है, ये 60 है, कंप्लीट इज 60, सो दिस मच विल बी 30. ठीक है. अच्छा, 1 + 1 = 2, तो ये लेंथ भी 2 है, दिस लेंथ इज ऑल्सो 2. ठीक है. बाकी x वी कैन फिगर आउट. ये रेडियस भी, ये रेडियस क्या है, ये भी 1 है, ये 1 है. ठीक है. सो कंप्लीट लेंथ विल बी हाउ मच, कंप्लीट लेंथ विल बी, एल विल बी, ये कुछ नाम दे दो इसको, एल मान लो सपोज, कंप्लीट लेंथ एल, एल विल बी, देखो एल विल बी, ये 1 है, ठीक है, ये x है, एल विल बी 2 cot 30 + 2, एल विल बी 2 cot 30 + 2, एल विल बी 2 cot 30 + 2, +2 तो यहां से, और बाकी ये हो जाएगा क्या, दिस विल बिकम 2 cot 30, माने cot 30 + cot 30, ये हो जाएगा cot 30, ये भी हो जाएगा cot 30. अरे वैसे देखो ना, 30 डिग्रीज है, 30 डिग्रीज है, हियर वी आर हैविंग 30 डिग्रीज. 30 डिग्रीज माने टू फाइंड दिस थिंग, वी हैव परपेंडिकुलर बाय बेस, tan 30 इज व्हाट, 1/x, so x will be what, cot 30, so cot 30 this and cot 30, ये अगर x है तो ये भी x है, so cot 30 + cot 30 will give you 2 cot 30, so 2 cot 30 + 2, so 2 times of √3 + 1. That's all. So length of each side will be 2 times of √3 + 1. Next question. देखो भाई क्या बोल रहा है नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What is the ratio of the areas of the regular pentagons inscribed inside and circumscribed around the given circle? So one by one. First of all, we have to find the ratio of what? The areas of the regular pentagons, which is inscribed. One pentagon is inscribed and the second pentagon is circumscribed. मतलब one pentagon is inside the circle and the second one is outside the circle, which is circumscribing the circle. Pentagon is circumscribing. ठीक है. Pentagon is inscribed. So pentagon is inside the circle. अच्छा, एक तो यहाँ पे, so here we are having a pentagon which is inscribed, so I have drawn a diagram. तो एक तो डायरेक्टली ये जो इनसाइड वाला जो पेंटागन है, माने inscribed one, you can directly figure out the area for this because we have to find the ratio of the areas. तो just calculate the one triangle का area. This you can figure out. ये हो जाएगा रेडियस, लेट्स से, ये भी हो जाएगा रेडियस, सो दिस तो यू कैन फिगर आउट. तो एरिया ऑफ वन पेंटागन माने द इंस्क्राइब्ड वन, एरिया ऑफ इंस्क्राइब्ड पेंटागन, this pentagon will be how much, this pentagon will be 5 times 5 such triangles will be there, 5 times half BC sin है, तो half r² sin angle enclosed between them, and how much is this angle, angle will be 72. each of these triangles will have, pentagon है तो 72 होगा, so each of these will have 72 angles, each triangles, so angle at the center will be 72, तो half r² sin of 72 degrees, half BC sin है तो half r² sin of 72 degrees. ठीक है. अच्छा चलो हो गया. ठीक है, वो सिंप्लीफिकेशन वगैरह बाद में देखेंगे. वी डोंट नीड द वैल्यू ऑफ साइन ऑफ 72 बिकॉज इन दी ऑप्शंस आर गिवन इन टर्म्स ऑफ 36, 72 और 54, सो यू डोंट नीड द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस ओवर हियर. अब बाहर वाला, आउटसाइड वन इज सेइंग देयर इज वन मोर पेंटागन व्हिच इज आउटसाइड दिस सर्कल. ठीक है, तो एक समवेयर ओवर हियर आई एम ड्राइंग वन मोर पेंटागन ओवर हियर. ठीक है, रफली देयर इज वन मोर पेंटागन व्हिच इज circumscribing this circle. ठीक है, likewise there is one more such pentagon, ऐसे ऐसे जाएगा शायद, तो there is one more such pentagon which is circumscribing the circle. ठीक है, अब ये ढूंढना है. now we have to find the area of this. ठीक है, तो suppose let me just extend this thing, so here we have, let me just extend this. हाँ, ये this is the radius, ये तो r ही रहेगा, this is r, this will be also r, ये तो r ही रहेगा. दिस विल बी ऑल्सो आर, ये तो आर ही है, ठीक है। ये लेंथ मान लेते हैं एल, एल से, दिस लेंथ इज एल, एल और ए जो भी बोलो, ए मान लेते हैं सपोज, ये ए मान लेते हैं, ठीक है, दिस लेंथ इज ए। तो आर विल बी हाउ मच, दिस इज द रेडियस विच इज परपेंडिकुलर, तो एक तो यहां से फ्रॉम हियर यू कैन से, अच्छा वन मोर थिंग, ये 72 है, सो डेफिनेटली दिस इज हाउ मच, 36 डिग्रीज, हाँ 36 डिग्रीज, 36 डिग्रीज होगा। तो एल कैन वी से फ्रॉम हियर, sorry, a cos 36, can we say from here a cos 36, a cos 36 is r, a cos 36 is r, बोल सकते हैं ना, ये 72 है, तो दिस मच विल बी 36 एंड दिस मच विल बी आल्सो 36। तो a cos, सी हियर वी आर हैविंग आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल ना, तो ये भी 36 हो जाएगा, तो ये भी हो जाएगा, तो वैसे ही हो रहा है, ठीक है, क्लियर है ना। अच्छा, a cos 36 is r, तो a is how much, a will be r by cos 36, a will be r by cos 36, ठीक है। तो नाउ वी कैन फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल, बिगर ट्राइंगल माने रेड वाला ट्राइंगल, एंड देन सिंपली मल्टीप्लाई बाय 5। तो एरिया ऑफ आउटर मोस्ट पेंटागन, एरिया ऑफ आउटर मोस्ट पेंटागन विल बी 5 इंटू, वही फिर हाफ बीसी साइन है, तो हाफ, अभी हाफ ए स्क्वायर साइन ऑफ 72 degrees, साइन ऑफ एंगल एट द सेंटर विच इज 72, so 5/2 times of a square मालूम है, a square is r square divided by cos 36, माने cos square 36 into sin of 72 degrees, ठीक है। तो यहां से now they have asked to find the ratio, so now you will get the simplifications, ratio of this divided by this, तो 5/2 r square and 5/2 r square, 5/2 r square is getting cancelled, ठीक है, and sin of 72 is also getting cancelled, बचेगा क्या, cos square 36, ठीक है। आपसे क्या पूछा गया है कि दिस डिवाइडेड बाय दिस, cos square 36, क्या पूछा है भाई, हाँ cos square 36 इज रिमेनिंग, तो ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, अच्छा, टू वर्टिसेस ऑफ अ स्क्वायर लाई ऑन अ सर्कल, अच्छा ये किए हो ना, वी हैव डन दिस क्वेश्चन, सॉरी, two vertices of a square lie on a circle of radius r and the other two vertices lie on a tangent to this circle. This question is asked in ISI 2014 का क्वेश्चन है, we have done this question I think in, ये देखो ये वाला same question was given in 2020 UGA 2020, they have repeated the question, 8r/5 था, तो ये भी 8r/5 ही होगा, so we can skip this for the time being, we have done this question in class, काफी सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, खाली ज्वाइन करो एंड सिंपली फाइंड द relation from here. This question also we have done, yes or no, this was a UGB question in 2023, this was a UGB question, this was given in UGA 2014, I have said now this was a notes question, and this was given in ISI UGB में ये दिया गया था, this was a notes question, DPP question, finding the minimum value of this thing, and the minimum value was actually 2√2 - 1, option B was correct, we have solved this thing and this was given in 2023, कहाँ गया 2023 बोले तो this one, ना 22, sorry, this was given in ISI 2022 UGB में, तो subjective wise we have solved this thing, ठीक है, and answer for this question was 2√2 - 1, ठीक है। same question was given in UGA, now the same question are being given in UGB, तो कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई, ठीक है। around 60% what I have analyzed, around 60% of the questions are either like the questions are repeated or are from DPYQs, DPYQs means derived PYQs, lot of similar problems we'll find out, चलो ये वाला करेंगे अभी, next question आ जाओ, next question, in triangle ABC the lines BP BQ trisect angle ABC and the lines CM CN अच्छा, CM and CN trisect angle ACB. Okay. Let BP and CM intersect at X and BQ and CN intersect at Y. If angle ABC is 45 degrees and ACB is 75 degrees, we have to find the value of BXY. So first of all, ABC is given to be 45 degrees. So this ABC is 45 and these two lines are getting, these two lines are trisecting the angle. ठीक है, बोला है ना, BP and BQ are trisecting. तो BP and BQ are trisecting ABC. तो trisecting माने अगर 45 है तो this will be what, 15, ये भी 15 है, ये भी 15 है. ठीक है. अच्छा, similarly ACB is also getting trisected. ACB is 75, so this much will be 25, 25 and 25 degrees. ठीक है. BXY is how much? We have to calculate what is BXY, this angle. अच्छा, BXY we have to figure out what is BXY. Focus on triangle BXC. Focus on triangle BXC. ये जो BXC triangle है, so can you see that here BY and CY, these two are angle bisectors. BY and CY are angle bisectors. Yes or no? है कि नहीं? So, and Y is the point of concurrence of the angle bisector. तो ये जो Y है, Y क्या है? Point of intersection of angle bisectors. Which bisectors? BY and CY. So what is Y? What is the point of concurrence of angle bisector known as? In center. तो ये क्या है? What is this? In center. तो ये अगर in center है तो XY is also angle bisector. XY is also angle bisector. XY जो है, XY is also angle bisector. Of BXC. XY जो है, this is also an angle bisector of BXC. तो ये अगर एंगल बाइसेक्टर है तो नाउ यू ऑल कैन फिगर आउट दिस कंप्लीट एंगल. XY अभी मालूम है, XY एंगल बाइसेक्टर है. तो हाउ मच इज दिस? बेसिकली ये 15 है, 15 प्लस 15 इज 30, ये टोटल 30 है, दिस मच इज 50, ये टोटल 50 है. तो 30 प्लस 50 माने 80. सो एंगल BXC will be 180 minus 80, which is 100. और चाहिए क्या? We want BXY, we want this angle. तो BXY will be how much? BXY will be 100 divided by 2, क्योंकि एंगल बाइसेक्टर है. तो 100 divided by 2 माने 50. ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. आ जाओ. UGA 2013. From a square of unit length, pieces from the corners are removed to form a regular octagon. Then the value of the area removed. अरे ये तो वही वाला क्वेश्चन है. Last class we were solving. Where is that question? ये यही वाला क्वेश्चन है ना, ये वाला देखो. From a unit square has its corners chopped off to form a regular polygon with 8 sides. माने octagon है ना. So we have to find the area of this polygon. यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन क्या था? क्वेश्चन था कि वी हैव टू फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ दिस पॉलीगन, है ना. नाउ दे आर सेइंग व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ द रिमूव रीजन. यहां पे शायद क्वेश्चन दूसरा है. यहां पे दे हैव सेड, दे हैव कहा गया क्वेश्चन, दे हैव सेड द वैल्यू ऑफ द एरिया रिमूव. डायग्राम सेम टू सेम ही है ना. डायग्राम तो सेम ही है. बेसिकली वी विल बी हैविंग अ स्क्वायर. यहां पे स्क्वायर होगा एंड फ्रॉम हियर द कॉर्नर्स आर रिमूव, द कॉर्नर्स आर चॉप्ड ऑफ. ठीक है. एंड दिस रीजन विल बी अ रेगुलर ऑक्टागन. तो वी हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ द एरिया रिमूव. आप बोल रहा है कि ये जो रिमूव्ड एरिया है ना, ये बोलो क्या होगा. इन द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन इन 2017 द सेम क्वेश्चन वाज गिवन एंड यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द इनसाइड रीजन, ऑक्टागन वाला. ये ऑक्टागन पूछा था वहां पे, रेगुलर ऑक्टागन. व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ द रेगुलर ऑक्टागन? नाउ दे हैव सेड व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ द एरिया रिमूव्ड. ठीक है, तो देखो सेम सेम क्वेश्चन, ओनली दे हैव सिंपली चेंज द लैंग्वेज ओवर हियर। तो करना क्या है यहाँ पे, वही सेम चीज, वहां पे x क्या आया था, व्हाट वाज x देयर, what was x, just a second, what was x there, look at this question, same thing, same diagram, same diagram, I'll simply explain from here itself। ठीक है, तो हुआ क्या, सेम थिंग, डायग्राम रिमेन्स द सेम, ये x है, ये भी x है, ये जो चॉप टॉप हो रहा था क्या हो रहा था, दिस वाज x एंड दिस वाज x। ठीक है, एंड वी हैव फिगर्ड आउट व्हाट इज x, वी हैव फाउंड व्हाट इज x। ठीक है, फ्रॉम सिंपल मैनिपुलेशन वी हैव फाउंड व्हाट इज x। इन दिस क्वेश्चन दे हैव आस्क्ड टू फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ दिस रेड शेडेड रीजन, लेकिन नाउ in 2013 question the same thing is given, now they have asked to figure out this black shaded region, this region, ये एरिया बोलो क्या होगा, how much is this। तो x तो सेम ही था, x will remain the same। ठीक है, तो एरिया ऑफ द ब्लैक शेडेड रीजन विल बी, area of the black shaded region will be 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 cube, 4 such triangles are there, so 4 times half into base into height, so half into base into height माने half into x माने half x square माने half this whole square माने half √2 - 1 by √2 whole square, half into base into height, अरे half into x। ठीक है, तो ये तो 2, ये 2 है, ये भी 2 है, तो 4 कैंसल्स आउट, आंसर विल बी √2 - 1 होल स्क्वायर फॉर दैट क्वेश्चन, फॉर दैट ISI 2020 सॉरी 13 क्वेश्चन, 2013 क्वेश्चन कहां गया, ये वाला क्वेश्चन। तो ये भी x होगा, ये भी x होगा, तो हाफ इंटू x इंटू एक्स, x was √2 - 1 होल स्क्वायर, ऑप्शन डी विल बी करेक्ट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, an isosceles triangle ABC, angle ABC is 120 degrees, then the ratio of the two sides AC is to AB is what? So in this isosceles triangle, angle ABC is 120 degrees, angle ABC is 120, so we have an isosceles triangle ABC, angle ABC is 120 degrees। ठीक है, तो isosceles है, तो बाकी क्या होगा, बाकी विल बी 30 and 30, है कि नहीं। So these two sides are equal basically, fine। तो क्या करोगे, चाहिए क्या, what do we want, we want AC is to AB, रेशियो चाहिए, बेस्ट थिंग इज व्हाट, साइन रूल, एंगल्स आर नोन टू यू, साइन रूल यूज कर दो, है ना। AC and AB they have asked for AC and AB, so simply use sine rule, तो AC divided by sin 120, but this can be a good basic question of sine rule, like when you learn the sine rule, so this can be one basic question। So AC divided by sin 120 is equal to, और क्या, AB divided by sin 130 sin 30। ठीक है, तो AC बाई AB पूछा है, AC बाई AB they have asked for, so sin of 120 divided by sin of 30, sin of 120 is the same as sin of 60, तो √3/2 divided by half, तो √3, ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट। चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, suppose alpha beta gamma are three real numbers satisfying cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma is equal to 0, and this is also equal to sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma, we have to find the value of cos of alpha minus beta। This is also one very easy question, we have solved quite a few times the same question। क्या देके रखा है, cos of alpha plus cos of beta plus cos of gamma, यहां से क्या करना है, फ्रॉम हियर वी हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ cos of alpha minus beta, so cos of alpha plus cos of beta is equal to cos of gamma, sin of alpha plus sin of beta is equal to minus of sin of gamma। ठीक है, देन नेक्स्ट व्हाट, स्क्वायर बोथ द साइड्स, स्क्वायर एंड ऐड, यहां पे स्क्वायर करोगे तो क्या आएगा, cos स्क्वायर अल्फा प्लस 2 cos अल्फा cos बीटा प्लस cos square beta, and right hand side we are having cos square gamma, and from here we will be having sin square alpha plus 2 sin alpha sin beta and plus sin square beta इज इक्वल टू साइन स्क्वायर गामा, स्क्वायर एंड ऐड कर दो, 1 प्लस 2 कॉस ए कॉस बी प्लस साइन ए साइन बी, माने कॉस ऑफ अल्फा माइनस बीटा, ठीक है, प्लस 1 इज इक्वल टू 1, कॉस ऑफ अल्फा माइनस बीटा इज -1/2, ठीक है. Simple manipulative question and very basic. You can nowadays you can say that these are basically kind of board level questions. Notes question, ये भी notes question. Sin theta is equal to 4/5. But a notes type question. Sec sin theta is given, sec of alpha is given, theta range of thetas are given, alpha range of alpha is given. You have to find the value of sin of theta plus alpha. जल्दी से. One triangle for theta, one triangle for alpha. And quadrant wise we'll verify. पहले तो निकालो. फर्स्ट वी आर हैविंग 4/, अच्छा 4/5, तो 4/5 है तो माने साइन थीटा माने 4/5 ओवर हियर, अच्छा 4/5 माने 3, वेल नोन ट्राइंगल, एंड थीटा लाइज इन बिटवीन 0 to π/2, नो प्रॉब्लम, फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट, थीटा बिलोंग्स टू फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट, ठीक है. अच्छा अल्फा इज गिवन टू बी सेक अल्फा, अच्छा सेक अल्फा इज 7/4, सेक अल्फा इज 7/4 माने कॉस अल्फा इज 4/7, माने ये 4/7 है, ठीक है. अच्छा 7 है 4 है, माने रूट ओवर ऑफ 28 एंड दिस इज 16, माने रूट ओवर ऑफ 33, this will become root over of 33, and here alpha belongs to, अच्छा -π/2 to 0 माने फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट, -π/2 to 0 माने फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट. तो नेक्स्ट क्या करना है, साइन ऑफ थीटा प्लस अल्फा, सच अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन. अच्छा साइन थीटा विल बी 4/5 दे रखा है क्वेश्चन में. कॉस ऑफ अल्फा नाउ कम्स फ्रॉम द फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट, अच्छा फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में cos is positive, so this will be 4/7 plus cos of theta फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट कोई प्रॉब्लम है नहीं, 3/5 into sin of alpha माने fourth quadrant here sign is negative, so minus of root 33/7, ठीक है. LCM will be 35, ये हो जाएगा 16 minus of 3 root 33, option, which option? D is correct. Question number 21. Find the minimum value of f of theta which is equal to 9 cos square theta plus 16 sec square theta. Let me say one thing from here. Minimum value of f theta is 9 cos square theta plus 16 sec square theta. This question can be solved using calculus also. और ये मैनुअली AMGM से भी सॉल्व किया जा सकता है. You all can solve this using AMGM also. f theta जो दे रखा है, what is f theta? f theta is 9 cos square theta plus 16 divided by cos square theta. Cos square theta is positive quantity. Let's say cos square theta is t. So t lies in between 0 and 1. T lies in between 0 and 1. है ना? तो from here we can say one thing. F theta from here will be या फिर ft will be 9t plus 16 divided by t, and simply use AMGM. 90 plus 16 divided by t divided by 2 is greater than or equal to root over of 90 into 16t, 16 divided by t. t cancels out, ये हो जाएगा 3 times 4, तो 90 plus 60 is greater than or equals to 3 into 4 into 2, मतलब क्या हो जाएगा 24. ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. AMGM जान से तो हो जाएगा. Simply this you can solve using AMGM. Next question. This is a good question. आ जाओ, क्या बोल रहा है क्वेश्चन. Let AD be a diameter of a circle of radius r. Let BC be a point, B and C be points on the semicircle with C distinct from A, so that AB is equal to BC is equal to R by 2. Determine the ratio of the length of the chord CD to the radius. सोचो क्या करोगे? AD be a diameter of a circle of radius R. First of all, one by one. First, the diagram. Always draw the diagram in case of geometry questions. BCB points on the semicircle with C distinct from A, so that AB is equal to BC is equal to R by 2. अच्छा, तो एक तो यहाँ पे सेमी सर्कल है. देयर इज अ स्टोरी ऑफ सेमी सर्कल हियर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एक तो डायमीटर क्या है? AD. द डायमीटर इज AD. आई हैव ड्रॉन द डायमीटर हियर. डायमीटर इज AD. ठीक है. डायमीटर ऑफ द सर्कल ऑफ रेडियस R. ठीक है, तो ये R है. Here we have R. Here also we are having R. Fine. Let B and C be the points on the semicircle. So we have a semicircle here. ठीक है, कोई भी एक semicircle मान लो. B and C are any two points of the semicircle with C distinct from A, so that AB is equal to BC is equal to R by 2. अच्छा, तो B and C are any two points on the semicircle. Anywhere you take 2 points, B and C over here, where AB and BC, both of them are R by 2. अच्छा, AB भी R by 2 है and BC भी R by 2 है. This is R by 2. This is also R by 2. Question is, determine the ratio of the length of the chord CD to the radius. Length of the chord CD. माने CD chord माने ये. I'm joining this CD. Length of the chord CD to the radius. माने CD divided by R चाहिए. This is the main question. What is CD divided by R? समझो? This is what we want. CD divided by R. Let's see what we can do from here. So AB is known to us, BC is known to us, R by 2, R by 2. ठीक है. तो one thing तो we can clearly see from here. एक तो फीलिंग यहां से आ रहा है कि ये ज्वाइन करना चाहिए. We should be joining this with the center. We should be joining this with the center. If this is R by 2 and this is also R by 2, so angle at the center, ये क्या हो जाएगा? थीटा. ये भी हो जाएगा थीटा, है ना? If this is theta, ये अगर R by 2 है, ये भी R by 2 है, so this will be theta and this will be also theta. क्या बोलते हो? है ना? So the remaining angle, this remaining angle will be how much? Pi minus 2 theta. This remaining angle will be pi minus 2 theta. CD और R के बीच में रेशियो चाहिए. ठीक है. We want the ratio in between CD and R. So one thing we can do from here, we can think of using the angle is known to us. This R length is known to us. Now to involve CD, we can think of using cosine rule. To involve CD, we can think of using the cosine rule. Cos of pi minus 2 theta. Cos of pi minus 2 theta from here. This is equal to, देखो क्यों हम कोसाइन रूल क्यों यूज करेंगे? ये भी आ रहे, ये भी तो आ रहे, ये भी तो आ रही है, ये भी तो आ रही है, ये आ रहे, ये भी आ रहे, ये भी आ रहे. रेडियस basically. So can I say from here, using cosine rule, r square plus r square. Cosine rule on what? On pi minus 2 theta. So r square plus r square minus of cd square divided by 2r into r, माने 2r square. ठीक है. तो which is 2r square minus cd square divided by 2r square. So this we can simplify a bit and this becomes 1 minus cd square divided by 2r square. This much we can simplify. Cosine rule याद है ना? I hope you all remember cosine rule. Quickly I'll just recall cosine rule. अगर भूल गए तो ABC, ठीक है, ये स्मॉल a, स्मॉल b एंड स्मॉल c. तो cos of angle A will be, जिसका भी cos है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वही सेम चीज, माने ऑपोजिट side will get subtracted, minus of a square, बाकी b square plus c square divided by 2bc. ये होता है कोसाइन रूल. Hope you remember this. So we have just got this. Acha, left hand side cos of pi minus 2 theta. Cos of pi minus 2 theta. 180 minus theta is how much? Minus of cos 2 theta. Na? So minus of cos 2 theta. So minus of cos 2 theta is this. So cos of 2 theta is cd square divided by 2r square minus 1. The thing is, you have to find cd by r. cd by r ratio chahiye. How will you now figure out this thing? One concern is cos theta. You don't know what is theta. You don't know what is cos theta. Cos of 2 theta also. Okay. So we have to find out the value of this cos of 2 theta. So to find out the value of this cos of 2 theta, we bring this in terms of cos theta. 2 cos square theta minus 1 is equal to cd square divided by 2r square minus 1. Okay. So minus 1 cancels out. So 2 cos square theta is cd square divided by 2r square. तो एक चीज यहां से सोचो, if we can find out cos square theta, which we can find from here, फिर से cos rule use करो. Once again use cosine rule to find cos theta. Can we once again use cosine rule? दोबारा यूज कर लो cosine rule to find cos theta. यहां पे cos theta, use cosine rule over here. So cos theta will be how much? Minus r by 2 whole square, माने r by 4, r square by 4, then r square plus r square, and then divided by 2r square. तो ये हो जाएगा 2r square minus of r square by 4 upon 2r square. Divide मारो 1 minus r square divided by 4, r square divided by 4 into 2r square. r square cancels out. तो 1 minus 1 by 8. अच्छा, 7 by 8. Cos theta is 7 by 8. So 2 into 49 by 64. है कि नहीं? is equal to cd square divided by 2r square. ठीक है, तो bring this 2 over here, make this as 4. तो ये complete square हो जाएगा. So cd square, cd by r will be root over of 4 into 49 by 64. और ये तो सिंपल है काफी. ये क्या हो जाएगा? 2 into 7 by 8. 7 by 4 cd by r. Done. Got the question? Application of cosine rule completely. The question is a pure application of cosine rule, nothing else. We had to use cosine rule twice. Once for this cos pi minus 2 theta, and then second time to obtain cos of theta. Second time we are using here to obtain cos of theta. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन लिख लो, बहुत ही अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. Read the question. What does the question say? Let x, y, z be the angles of a triangle. The first part is saying prove that tan x by 2 into tan y by 2 plus tan x by 2 into tan z by 2 plus tan z by 2 into tan y by 2 is equal to 1. The first part. Let us focus on the first part first, and then we'll come into the second part. So this is the question from conditional identities. Process क्या होता है? What is the process? If x, y, z, you start with the condition. If x, y, z is given to be the angles of a triangle, so you should be starting off with the condition, माने x plus y plus z is equal to pi. You should be starting off with this first. Then write this as x plus y is equal to pi minus z, and then simply take tan on both the sides. है कि नहीं? That's what we used to do. Tan of x plus y. अच्छा, wait. Here we are having x by 2. तो हमें क्या करना है? x by 2 में convert करना है. We have to convert this in terms of x by 2. Not only in this, x by 2 पे convert करना है. Not only x and y and z. तो x by 2 plus y by 2 plus z by 2 is equal to pi by 2. ठीक है. Now you can write this as x by 2 plus y by 2 is pi by 2 minus z by 2. है कि नहीं? Now take tan on both the sides. So we are having tan of x by 2. तभी ना जाके x by 2 और y by 2 आपको मिलेगा. So tan of x by 2 is equal to tan pi minus theta which is cot theta, माने cot of z by 2, cot of z by 2 which is 1 by tan of z by 2. और फिर क्या करना है, use the formula and simplify. So tan of x by 2 माने tan of x by 2 plus tan of y by 2 divided by 1 minus tan x by 2 into tan y by 2. Right hand side is 1 by tan of z by 2, cross multiply. So tan x by 2 tan z by 2 plus tan y by 2 tan z by 2, and right hand side we are having 1 minus tan x by 2 into tan y by 2. Bring this term on the left hand side and we are done. So tan x by 2 tan y by 2 plus tan y by 2 tan z by 2 plus tan tan x by 2 z by 2, and this is equal to 1. Second part is saying using 1, now prove that tan x by 2 into tan y by 2 into tan z by 2 is less than or equal to 1 by 3 root 3. Second part कैसे करोगे, बोल सकते हो? How will you do the second part? Using 1 or otherwise they have said. ठीक है, तो mostly whenever they have given the question as a second part, so mostly means we have to use the first part to solve the second part. बोलो first part second part कैसे करोगे? नंबर 1 पे AMGM यूज कर दो. नंबर 1 पे 3 quantities 1 2 3 quantities. Also are these three quantities positive? Check कर लो. X Y Z are basically X Y Z are basically the angles of a triangle. So x by 2 and y by 2 and z by 2, all of them are what, lying in between 0 to pi by 2. X by 2, y by 2 and z by 2, their sum is equal to pi by 2. Max to max sum is equal to pi by 2. So x by 2, y by 2 and z by 2, all of them are lying in between 0 to pi by 2. Zero to pi by 2, मानते हो ना? हाँ या ना? So can we say from here tan x by 2 tan x by 2 tan y by 2? अरे डायरेक्टली यहीं पे लिख देते हैं. Look at the left hand side. Look at the left hand side. This LHS, कुछ नाम दे दो भाई, क्या नाम दोगे? L नाम दे दो, सपोज L. तो this L divided by 3 is greater than or equal to the product of all of them. ठीक है, tan square x by 2 माने tan x by 2 tan y by 2 and tan z by 2 whole square. Tan z by 2 whole square माने whole to the power of 2 by 3. So tan x by 2 tan y by 2 and tan z by 2, this quantity is less than or equal to, अच्छा, value of L is 1, तो 1 by 3, ठीक है, and raise the power to just 3 by 2, तो वो तो 1 ही रहेगा, ठीक है. So this quantity is less than or equal to 1 upon 3 to the power of 3 by 2. 1 upon 3 to the power of 3 by 2, and 1 3 raised to the power of 3 by 2, this is the same as 1 by 3 root 3.